Whoa. It's a little too close. That's better. That's better. A good distance. A good distance, but still fireside chat. That's what you want to go for. That's what you want to go for. Remember to guard your privacy. Remember to guard your non-existent privacy. Remember to guard your privacy. Give me a break. Hasn't been such a thing as privacy in about 22 years now, I think. It was like 2009, or no, sorry, 2002 when the Patriot Act got passed. So yeah, I'd say about 22 years. Cheers. Tip top of the morning to you. Yeah, dude, a reapy-doo-ah indeed. I'm feeling it this morning. I feel the reapy-doo-ah this morning. So basically, as far as I can remember, I've never even had a semblance of privacy. I mean, not at all. Yeah, not even a semblance. Not a modicum. Yeah. So if you were born around 2002 or 2003, I cannot remember which one of those years the Patriot Act was passed in. But yeah, if you were born something like 25 years ago or something, or 23 years ago, you've never experienced privacy. Like you've never experienced true privacy in your person and in your documents, in your home. Are you not a patriot? Well, rippy-doo. I think that's gonna be my new go-to. I've got my other phone out here, so if the MAGAs come, I'm literally just you guys are gonna have to see Waripi-doo-ah quite a bit, but I'm gonna start making them confront Waripi-doo-ah. I think that might be what does it. Maybe I need to make a new short, because there are some really obvious diaper pics of Trump. So maybe I need to do like a short that loops, right? And it's like, it starts with the, well, reapy-doo-ah, and then it shows a picture of Trump and says, this is a diaper. And then another one, this is a diaper. And then another one, this is a diaper. And then, well, reapy-doo-ah, this is a diaper. This is a diaper. This is a diaper. Well, reapy-doo-ah. You know what I mean? I just hold that up and be like, can you guys you unpack this fucking little treasure for me? Peepaw with a boom boom. Peepaw with a boom boom and his panties. Big, yeah. This is a diaper. In that diaper is a big, stinky, liquidy McDonald's boom boom. Well, rippy-doo. Yeah, I think I need one for Peepaw poops and pants as well. Or just call him Peepaw poops. I don't know, man. That's a lot of syllables for a MAGA. You know, the guy that they worship is like a cult leader has had like linguists examine his speeches and his speech patterns. He's got a lot of stuff on the record. And like linguists have said that Trump speaks consistently at a 4th grade level. That's why they love him. I think Peepaw Poops and Pants with that, all of that alliteration. I don't think MAGAs can, like, you know what I mean? Trump admitted on Jake Paul they used Chat GPT to help write his speeches. Well, Rippy do. Ah. Hope I'm having a great day. I don't know. Maybe. I might be having a great day. It might be not that great a day. I don't know, man. I got up like an hour ago. I think it's the late great Hannibal Lecter would wear diapers. The best diapers. The best diapers. Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter. Bad guy. Bad guy. Bad guy. Everybody knows Hannibal Lecter. He's coming from Mexico. He's got the diapers. What's the sick ass shirt? What does the graphic say? It's a Pink Floyd shirt. It's a, like, what, Wish You Were Here album. Wish you were here. Boom, boom, doo, doo, doo. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo, doo. Doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. Doo, doo, doo. Doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? A smile from a veil. Do you think you could tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, a warm wind for a cool breeze, and cold comfort for change? And did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? Doom doo 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 doo. Doo doo doo. Pink Floyd's something else, bro. Poland greets you yet again. How are you doing, Paul? How's it going, Poland? I'm doing okay, man. Getting the morning started over here. Getting woken up. Getting the pipes woken up for the day. How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls living in a fishbowl, year after year, running over that same old ground. What have we found? Same old fears. Tss, tss, wish you were here. Doom, 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 boom. Tss. Pink Floyd lyrics are something else, man. I mean, they really are. Pink Floyd sound really changed through the decades, which I think is good in art. Yes, it's a good sign of a band that doesn't want to always do the same record over and over again. That is a good thing. How many films do you watch a week? Heard you were a film buff of sorts. Depends on the week, honestly, but I would say at the very least 3 to 4 films a week. Sometimes that would be like a rewatch of a film that I've already seen. Sometimes it's a new film. Sometimes it's a mix of those. But yeah, I'd say I spend at least like 8 hours a week watching movies. Year after year. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like the song? Doom, 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 doom. Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? They will. Ooh, mother, should I build the wall? Mother, should I run for president? Doom, doo 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 doom, chicka doom, chicka 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 doom, doom. Mother, should I trust the government? Chicka chicka doom, 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 doom. Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Yes. Ooh, is it just a waste of time? It is. Never let a stranger into your home, your heart, or your cab, unless that stranger is a friend of labor. And if that man is a friend of labor, he's the only friend you've got, pal. The only friend you've got in the world. Did you ever try and, yes, I experienced ego death while watching Dark Side of the Moon synced with fucking Wizard of Oz. I experienced ego death at the scene when the Munchkins come out to greet Dorothy. You know, the Lollipop Guild, and they're introducing themselves. I was transported from my body. I no longer existed. I was out away for myself among the Munchkins and their little emotions. I could feel them. Their pride and their joy, I could feel it. I was one. I was one with the Munchkins, okay? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna check out all your girlfriends for you. Mama won't let anyone dirty get through. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby healthy and clean. Ooh, baby. Ooh, babe. You'll always be baby to me. Nice beard. Thanks. What makes a movie a masterpiece or higher than just a really good film to you? I mean, I'm not that guy. I will say a film is a masterpiece. What makes a film a masterpiece depends on the film, right? But I'd say if you want me to boil down like the fucking mathematics of a masterpiece, you need to have someone who is a genius in the creative seat. I believe that in order to have a masterpiece, you have to have that genius given almost total control, very little constraint. That genius needs to be operating at their peak. They need to be operating at their peak output because that's when they create something no one else could. The artistry on the movie outside of the director, writer, needs to be completely top of its class. We're talking top of its class cinematography, top of its class editing, sound editing, Foley. Everybody that works on that film needs to be a master, and they need to be operating at the highest capacity of their mastery. And I think that if you have those things, as you do in very rare but numerous movies, you have a masterpiece. I think that's the point of it. Right, the term masterpiece used to be used for craftsmen. And what it meant was, a sword or whatever it is, a saddle, a leather shield, whatever it is, right? That is so perfectly and artfully constructed that it can only have been done by a master, right? And that is what you're looking for in film. But films are collaborative efforts. And so you have to really, there are times where you have a master filmmaker, right? But he doesn't have a master cinematographer and a master second director and a master key grip and all of that, right? He doesn't have the crew, and so the movie suffers. Then sometimes you've got a movie that doesn't have a whole lot of ambition or talent at its head. The creative drive isn't there, but you've got a master technician in the editing room, right? Or a master technician in the Foley room. And the movie doesn't ever reach that masterwork because you don't have that like 8-way mastery. Not everybody that touched it was a master. I mean, that's not even getting into the idea that you've got to get the master director, the master creative, the master crew, and master actors. So these are rare films, and they should be, but they do exist. I would say a movie like Barry Lyndon. This is a movie that literally pushed the boundaries of what people thought were possible in a film. The same thing could be said for 2001: A Space Odyssey. The same thing could be said for Coppola's Godfather, at least the first two. I consider them really one film, but the first two Godfather films, just pretty unimpeachable masterworks. I mean, I could go on, right? What are some masterpieces that just give you goosebumps? We're talking about just like in general masterworks that give me goosebumps. I mean, I've never gotten to see Michelangelo's David, but that type of sculpture, when I see it, that masterwork level sculpture will give me goosebumps. Paintings can give me all over goosebumps when there's some sort of like, when there's a level of perfection and intent there that doesn't feel real. Watching a theater show live as an audience member, when the technicians on stage, the artists, the the set design people, the grips on the side, the fucking orchestra in the pit, when they're all operating at the highest level of their craft, it's like I have one of those moments in the movie. You know that moment in movies where the main character, right, has a realization and all of a sudden he's in his own world. He's still sitting where he was, but there are like symbols swirling around him and light on his face, and he's like, I like when I'm at a really great show that's filled with really great artistry, I get that moment. I have that moment where it's like everything like deedly 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 deed like comes into place. Are you Bigfoot? Yep. You found him. I'm real. And I'm kind of pissed off at what you humans have been doing to the woods. I might have to give you a visit, Frank. I heard someone in your family chopped a tree down once, Frank. Paul Verhoeven is currently making his first American film in 24 years. Cool. What are some of the newest movies you enjoyed? For me, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Godzilla -1. Dune 2, Planet of Monkey. Planet of Monkey was the most surprising movie I've seen in probably 2 or 3 years. I went to Planet of Monkey, and I was like, man, Planet of Monkey, it's gonna probably suck, but whatever, bro. It's Monkey. So I went. Can I tell you guys something? Planet of Monkey was good. Planet of Monkey was real good. Who knew? Who knew Planet of Monkey would be good? So those are the two most recent films that I've seen that I was absolutely like, yes! You know, the Charlie meme or whatever, the woo! Yeah, Gorilla was in it. Many monkeys of different shapes and sizes of monkey were all in it. You're from Russia. Hello, Russia. I'm from America. Na zdrowie, comrade. Layla, it's just rare for an anime. What? You better not be talking to somebody else. Don't talk to other people. Don't be adding each other in my chat. I read my chat. It's weird for me to jump in the middle of your conversation, accidentally read it, and then now I've wasted my time, and I've wasted everybody else's time. So don't be adding each other. Take it to DMs if you want to get to know each other, but no side conversations. That's your one warning. You at somebody else in the chat from here on out, you're just going to catch a ban, so don't do it, all right? How am I doing today? You know. It's a league game, Smokey. There are rules. Bullshit. Mark it 8, dude. If you mark that frame in 8, you're entering a world of pain. Bullshit. Mark it 8, dude. Smokey. If you mark that frame in 8, you're entering a world of pain. You're going to die from that everybody's going to die from something. Do you have any vegan friends? No. I'm not vegan, but I am a shade of vegetarian. I'm a pescatarian, technically. But yeah, I haven't eaten meat and like meat from pork, chicken, beef, that sort of thing. I eat fish and shellfish. I haven't eaten meat other than fish and shellfish in almost 9 months. Ovo-lacto pescatarian, yeah. Yeah. Very, very ridiculous name. What it basically means is I eat fish, I will eat cheese or milk, and I will eat eggs. Those are the 3 animal products that I indulge in. Everything else comes from plants. I eat at least chicken, eggs, or in everything. Yeah. I eat eggs. So lacto, ovo, pescatarian. Lacto means milk or dairy. Ovo means eggs. Pescatarian means I eat fish. Yeah, pesc, fish. And it's not really like, I know I see people saying, oh, more ethical. Like, I agree, but it wasn't out of ethics that I made the choice. It was out of textural issues that I've had with meat my entire life. That because I live in a culture that like gorges itself on meat constantly, I thought I was weird and that I had to get through it. And I kind of pushed myself to eat meat when I didn't want it. Do you feel healthier? Do you feel the benefits? Absolutely. I've been losing weight at about 2 pounds of fat a week with very little like cardio. I'm doing cardio, but very little. And I've lost over 30 pounds now, and I'm on my way down, down, down. I've got way more energy. I don't feel sick after eating now like I used to. I used to just eat like a big meal of horrible, like, you know, French fries and a big sloppy fast food burger and then another sloppy fast food burger on the side. And I'd have this like big food baby and I would just feel like throwing up, you know, and I would immediately just like my energy would go to the toilet and I would like fucking lay down and just like take a fucking meat nap. It was just horrible, man. And now when I eat, I actually feel energized after I eat most of the time. I don't dread certain types of food. It's like this seems really stupid, and I've talked about this shit before. So please, if I'm repeating myself, fuck you. I'm gonna repeat myself. For the longest time, it's like Amelia would say, "I'm gonna make that chicken breasts with fucking broccoli tonight," and it's really good, right? And I would say, all right, cool, that sounds good. And in my mind, it was like this machine started turning. Like, that chicken breast is gonna be fatty. That chicken breast is gonna have a piece of sinew in it. That chicken breast is gonna have a piece of cartilage on it. That chicken breast is gonna be fucked, you know? And I'm like, why would you just stop? It's gonna be fine. But, you know, 1 time out of 10, it's not fine. There is some cartilage. There is some chicken, or there is some connective tissue or a piece of tendon or like something in the breast that, you know, is texturally unpleasing. And I can't explain it. I don't make excuses for it. But if I'm eating a chicken breast and I take a bite and all of a sudden there's some little like rubbery nugget in there, not only do I have to spit that bite out, but I can't touch the breast. So if the first bite that I take of a chicken breast has a big rubbery nugget in it, right, then it's over. I can't eat the rest of the breast. My meal is over. I don't even want to eat. It puts me off my food. And this happened when I was a kid. My mom would thought I was just being a picky kid. And so she would force me to sit there and eat. And it gets to the point where I'll be gagging trying to chew. So it's like, You know, and it's a very strange thing, but I didn't really confront that sort of thing. And then you can extrapolate the same thing out to steaks, right? Chops, these types of like cuts of meat. They have an inconsistency to their texture that is really unpleasing to me. And so yeah, that honestly, if I'm going to tell you like why did you stop eating meat, if you ask me that question, my answer is because I had severe textural issues with meat, and my whole life I tried to force myself to eat things that other people ate to make myself normal, but it created a really unhealthy feedback loop because I, you know, I live in, like I said, I live in a culture that just like worships meat at every meal and a lot of it, but I can't eat like a steak most of the time or a chicken breast all that often. I ended up getting super processed meats. So we're talking like hot dogs, hamburger meat, ground up meat, right? That's mixed from different animals and it's all fucking processed and strained and picked and all that crap, right? And the more processed meat gets, literally the worse it is for you. So yeah, it was like when I realized like, okay, I have this problem with chicken breasts, but not with hot dogs. Then I realized, you know what? I could probably just get rid of the hot dogs too. And then I was like, well, what about the burgers though? And then I was like, well, maybe that's my sticking point. Maybe I'll just have a hamburger every once in a while. And I'm still there. Like if I go to a good restaurant and I want to get like a little fucking, you know, filet mignon or, you know, I want to get a fucking really nice burger or something, I'm not going to deny myself that. But I've had the option over the 9 months that I've been doing this, and I just haven't felt the desire to get one. And so I'm not going to force myself to eat it. Are the Kirks on board with my diet? Do you think we all diet at the same time? I mean, are they on board? I mean, what do you mean by that? I don't get it. I don't get the question. I was trying to like contextualize it in a way that might make sense, but I think I'm climbing an impossible hill there. I wish I was fat instead of skinny because of my condition. They didn't life grant. People like me running around looking at people like you wishing they were skinny. People like you running around looking at people like me wishing they were fat. The human condition in a nutshell. What a nightmare. I just got done saying, Blaze, that my fucking, like, I'll eat ground meat typically didn't give me that problem. But because I set down every other type of meat, I thought, well, fuck it, I'll just try and get rid of all meat and see if I really miss it, and I have not. How do you order your meat cooked? Sounds like you might be a well done kind of guy. Don't give me that. All right? Medium or medium rare, depending on the cut of meat. If we're talking beef. Cooked, if it's a chicken breast. I mean, obviously, you don't want pink in a chicken breast. So you got to get well done on a chicken breast. But like a steak, mid-rare to medium. Don't forget the ketchup. Yeah, go to a Ruth's Chris and say, can I get some ketchup and some A1 sauce? Is normal rice good for you? Yeah. Do you mean like good in terms of do I like eating it or good for your body? I think the answer is both, yeah. Can someone explain the terms and conditions for this channel? I really like this dude, don't want to be banned again. There's one rule in this channel. The rule is respect the vibe. Okay, let me extrapolate. The rule is, you see me sitting here. I'm a human being. I'm an adult. If you saw me sitting at the bus stop, I want you to make everything that comes out of your mouth something that you would say to a dude you don't know anything about at a bus stop. That's literally it. As long as you don't come in here and lead with your weird sexual fetishes or some fucking meme or, you know, blah, 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 or some impertinent question that you would never, ever bring that energy into fucking public, you're going to get banned instantly. And if you got banned recently, that is more than likely why you got banned. You probably got banned because you talked to me like you knew me when you don't. You were overly familiar with me because you're probably used to making drive-by stupid comments in people's chats. I hold my chat to a minimum standard of not being retarded, having a baseline of communication, and that's that. I wanted to talk about that a little bit today. Kind of talked about it on the show last night a little. And I feel like maybe I'm a little bit Puritan and I'm maybe a little bit of a prude with this take. But I want to see what you guys think about it. When it comes to like other people's sexual fetishes, I say this a lot, but I really mean it. I don't care. It has no bearing on my life what kind of adult relationship you're in. As long as it's like consensual and between adults, whatever you're doing to get your rocks off, and I mean that, whatever, is your business, right? You got a right to do it. You got a right to practice it. You got a right to dress up like it. You got a right to do it with whoever you want, as long as they consent and they are an adult. That's all I care about. If you're within those guidelines, and I mean anywhere within those guidelines, you're fine. That being said, I feel like there is a kind of like unintended consequence to sexual liberation, because I feel like society agrees with me more now than it ever has. I don't think it fully agrees with me, but I think that people are more tolerant of alternative sexual lifestyles and kink and all of that than they ever have been, right? But I think that's led a lot of people, and I'm gonna say it, younger people, to do this weird thing in online spaces where they like lead with their sex fetish. Does that make sense? It's like what they do when they're trying to get a nut becomes something that they have to talk about all the time. They seek out a community online based on that. They try and bring their friends into it. Every time you bring it up, there's a meme about it. And then it's starting to, I feel like, extend to people just wearing straight out fetish gear all up in public. Now, when you're talking about like a collar or like wristbands or something, like whatever, bro, I'm not trying to be a prude about that. But like, you know, some of that stuff is getting more elaborate. People are leading each other around on leashes and shit in public. You know what I mean? I feel like there's like, as a result of the liberation of people getting their nose out of other people's business and letting consenting adults fuck the way they want, there's been this kind of uptick amongst the younger generations, like people in their 20s specifically, and, you know, early 30s maybe, where it's like, I feel like this whole generation of people, it's like the front foot is whatever sex fetish they're in. I also feel like, don't do it, please. Don't do it, please. But yeah, I feel like their front foot is what kind of sex fetish they're into. And if you want to have a conversation with this person or an interaction with this person on multiple occasions, you're going to be confronted multiple times with their sexual fetish. and varying levels of explicitness. Blaze, you're fucking. uh, you got me giggling now. Okay, is this directed at TJ? No, it's directed at like everybody. Just say that you like anime girls, bro. Well, that's the thing. I feel like people have to lead with, hello, my name is Kevin, and I am an anime fetishist. I'm into Fudanari. I'm into light BDSM. It's like, I didn't realize this was a FetLife thread. But cool. My baby. Knew an autistic guy that ended up getting pegged because bro said she was too pretty to say no. I saw like a stand-up that made me laugh earlier. Guy was said, I believe autism is a superhuman power. People laughed, and he was like, you know, I believe this because I watched a show about autistic people trying to find love. And these two autistic people were on a date, and they were getting along okay. And they had these like flashcards in front of them that had things to talk about on them. If they lost the ability to move on in the conversation, they go to a flashcard. And the guy pulled up a flashcard and it said, what are your 3 favorite things in the world? And the autistic guy said, Batman's, trains, and superheroes. Or something like that. Right? And he asked the girl, do you like the things that I like? And the girl said no. And the date was over. And he was like, think about what that man did. That man managed to not listen to his heart, not listen to his dick. And when he realized that bitch didn't like Batman, he got the fuck out of there early. I was like, good point. I was like, can't argue with that, man. That's a good observation. Yeah, I forget the guy who said it. I've seen him before. He's a chonky African American guy with a beard. Oh. You okay, baby?
Yeah.
Just waking up. D, what about you? What about you, baby boy? He's pretty excited to come outside today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. He was just excited when I woke up. He was ready to go. He's ready to go outside. Get some breeze in his fur. Get some breeze in his fur. D, come here. Come give me a visit. D, come here. Give me a visit. That's a boy. Let's get a chest rub going. Let's get a chin scritch going. How about some ears? You like some ear work? There we go. There we go. That's the spot. That is the spot right there. That's the one. How about a head pat? You want to give me a licks? Gonna give me a licks? Everybody loves you, D. Everybody wants to see you, D. The show is really about you, D. He's the bestest boy. I think as long as Christian bigotry is tolerated, we should agree to tolerate public kinksters. There must be a balance in all things. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to be a prude. I'm definitely not doing kink at Pride discourse fucking 95, okay? I think at Pride, you wear whatever the fuck you want. That's the point of the Pride demonstration. And by the way, Pride is a demonstration, not a parade. It is a protest. It is a protest for queer acceptance. Out of the closets into the streets is the beating heart of Pride. And that sentiment means we will no longer be forced to lie. We are here, we're queer, we're among you. We're not gonna hide our love and hide our personalities in dingy back rooms and shitty, seedy motels and back alleys and shit anymore. We're here, we're queer, get used to it. But on a random ass fucking Tuesday in Walmart, I don't need to see your butt plug. I don't need to see your pup hood. I don't need to see you being led around by your collar. I don't need to be an unwilling participant in your BDSM scene. See, because here's the fucked up thing. People that do kink in public will call you prudes and say, oh, fuck you, Puritan. But they won't admit that part of their BDSM scene is exhibitionism. That means that their dicks are getting harder because you're there looking at them. I didn't agree to participate in your fucking sex fetish. Now, I can't do anything about it if you're just fantasizing. But if you're running around decked out in kink gear, getting boned up because I'm staring at you, I didn't consent to be part of your BDSM scene, nor would I. So I don't think you ought to bring that shit into the streets. I think that shit is for your bedroom, for your private time with your partner or partners. Yeah, Phoebes, but you need to engage with the fact that you're talking public kinksters. Most of them are doing it in public because it's part of their scene. It's part of their sexual fulfillment to be sometimes humiliated in public, to be gawked at, to be flagrantly exhibitionist and to wear their sex on their sleeve. All of that is part of their kink. The problem is that me and my nieces and nephews running around the Walmart didn't and wouldn't consent to be part of their kink.
Like, let's take it out of like the traditional BDSM. Let's say there's a foot fetish guy that's like crawling around on the ground kissing people's feet.
Exactly. Or like an upskirt guy that's in public with his fucking selfie stick getting upskirts. Or a guy who likes humiliation. And so he goes into public wearing a thong and gets hard when women go like, oh, get away, or they move their children away or whatever.
Wet and messy people.
Yep, wet and messy. Just likes to be a big, nasty fucking covered in goo and, ooh, yeah. You know what I mean? But they're in public. Flashers. People that get off on people seeing their genitalia when they don't want to. All of this stuff, in my opinion, especially when you get to the point where you're in bondage gear and you're leading another human being around on a leash or whatever kind of kink we're talking about, right? You are involving other people unwittingly and unwillingly in your sexual fetish. That violates consent. Is this related to the groomer panic? Not at all. I'm not saying these people are grooming anybody. I'm saying it shouldn't be socially acceptable for people's kinks to spill out of the bedroom and involve me without any consent.
Yeah,
like I said, if your fantasy life is rich and you carry it into public and I don't know, there's nothing I can do. If you're wearing a vibrator that your friend is or your partner's controlling, and you kind of get off at being in public and being stimulated in that way, and I'm just walking by, like, how the fuck would I ever know you're doing that? right? But if you're wearing a dog collar and nipple clamps and assless chaps walking around the fucking city getting mad that people are fucking staring at you because that's part of your sex fetish, I didn't consent to that. There are children that can't consent to that out in public. You feel me? My grandma might be out there. I don't want you getting your rocks off on my grandma's displeasure with the way that you're dressed. It's like there's got to be some happy medium that isn't prudish, right? But is also like not including other people in sex when they didn't ask to be or consent to be. Because make no bones about it, dude, I've been in BDSM scenes. The kink doesn't begin and end at the orgasm or the sexual copulation. In fact, that's usually the least part of BDSM. The kink is in being on a leash, being dommed by your master, being a sub or being the dom, right? Like that's the kink. That's the buildup. That's what gets people's rocks off. And when you bring that out in public and walk it around public, I think you're involving other people in an exhibitionist sexual act. That's all. Now, I'm not saying no PDA in public. I'm not saying you can't hold hands or, you know, slap your wife on the ass as she walks by if you have that type of relationship in public. I don't think any of that is any, you know, there's definitely like gradients of this shit. But if you're in a full fucking scene and you're out in public in gear and flaunting it and doing your scene in public and involving people, that ain't right. And I'm starting to feel like we're even getting to the point where it's like creeping into conversation now. It's like when you meet a person, it's almost like they want to lead with their fetish. And I feel like a lot of time exposing that private part of themselves to you is part and parcel of the fetish. Oh, I wear a collar because I'm owned. Woof, woof. It's just sex fetish, sex fetish, sex fetish. I'm going to say something. And once again, I'm not going to fucking call anybody out, but this is like, you know, when I chill in the Discord, I know for an absolute fact that there was some sex play going on in an open Discord that I was sitting in. Somebody had control of a device and another person was wearing it. And that person kept going, Nobody asked me or any of the other people in the public chat to be involved in that kink, but there it was. I didn't say anything about it because I didn't even know what to fucking say. It wasn't like they were like, you know, they weren't being overt about it, but I could tell what was going on. One person would giggle like they were surprised, and then the other person would go, and then everybody just kept talking. So clearly, people are getting off on me and everybody else that's there just having a talk, right? And the fact that like two people would think that that's okay, especially in a world that is so hyper fixated on consent, is fucking weird to me, bro. Fucking weird to me, bro. That your boner leads everything, even in public. I can't step past your big jiggly boner in public. That's fucking weird, bro. It's disrespectful, it's irresponsible, and I don't think the people that participate it ever even think about it that way. They think, oh, it's a little secret. No. No. You are involving unwilling participants in your sex play. That ain't a secret.
You want me to get you some iced coffee?
Sure. I did my meds this morning already too.
Okay. Just the
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. Like, if it's going to be a secret, mute up at the very least. Or be in a private call or something. That's a secret. Fucking around with each other in a public chat to get your rocks off on people who are non-willing participants in that is not a secret. Doing your BDSM sex fetish scene in front of people who don't consent to it, that's not a secret. It is. Exhibitionism is one of the most common kinks. The problem is that it's kind of based on non-consent. It's kind of based on fucking in front of people and unwillingly involving their shock and derision at what you're doing in your sex play. That is part and parcel of a lot of kinks. And I feel like an acceptance of kink and alternative lifestyle has led to some people taking it like, it's like that whole you give them an inch, people take a mile, where they're literally jerking each other off in public. They're fucking walking around, leading people around on a fucking leash. Not true? Man, you really convinced me. You know, you can type a sentence or two or even three, right? Not very convincing when somebody just goes, nah, let me tell you what my source is. Lived for 5 years in a BDSM relationship that was ongoing and persisted outside of sexual congress. What's your source? I hate drive-by skibbity, bro. What's your source? What's your source for the nuh-uh? You got 20 seconds. Hopefully you've been typing. You got 10. You're banned. Yes, you, idiot. Who do you think I'm talking to? Bye. Fucking just disconnected as fuck. Drive-by skibbity. Nuh-uh. And then just not paying attention. What a fucking idiot. So yeah, this topic is like it's a tough one for me because once again, I understand that it could very easily cross over into puritanical, prudish territory. But I really feel strongly that I should not be involved in anyone's kink. There should be no sex play going on when I'm in the room. I don't consent. I think I have the right to not consent to that. But if you're bringing it into the public space, and my only way to not consent to that is to stay out of the public space, you're truncating my access to the public space so that you can have an orgasm or two. That's not okay.
The difference with the pride thing is like it's established that is at Pride. It's announced in advance.
It is a protest action.
Yeah.
Protest actions are meant to be transgressive in society.
Yeah.
That's the point of them. Mm-hmm. You're protesting. It is not it's not a protest action to do a BDSM scene in public involving the public in your shit.
And like even with Pride, like it's announced well ahead of time. They designate where it is in the fucking thing so you can go around it.
Oh, I get it. You're talking about Pride? No. I'm a supporter of Pride, and I think queer people should do whatever they want at a Pride demonstration and dress however they want. I'm a fulsome Pride supporter. Okay? This is not about Pride. I am talking about the minority that seems to be growing of fetishists who have taken the new kind of era of sexual liberation and run with it to say, oh, now I can include everyone else unwillingly in my sex. Get on your leash, pup. We're going to Walmart. Put your tail butt plug in. You're going to be a good little pup today. We're taking you out, and you're gonna be good to people. And then the pups fucking, I don't even want to get into it, bro. Like I said, I'm super libertine when it comes to what you do in your bedroom with a consenting adult. I don't give a fuck, dude. You want to carve each other up and cook each other? Get it. But I don't believe that you get to involve me in that due to your libertine nature. My consent is still valid. And when I go to Walmart to pick up a bag of fucking cereal and a gallon of milk, in no part of that transaction in that public fucking arena did I consent to help you get your nut off. When I was chilling in that Discord the other night and two people were doing some dildo, I don't know what they were doing together, but somebody had something and there was giggling and and then no talking though. They were just in there to do what they were doing with an audience of 10 people. That was part of the kink. That was part of the fetish for them. I never said, sure, get your rocks off on the fact that I'm in here while you're doing that. Cool. Get your rocks off while I'm in Walmart. I consent to somebody blowing a big load on my leg in Walmart because they like it. Cool. Let's do it. It's like the lack of self-awareness, the lack of fucking maturity is off the fucking charts. Did that happen? Did somebody blow a load on my leg in a Walmart? No. I was just making a point. Like, if there's no line, then there's no line, right? If I ran into the Walmart, stood right in the fucking toy aisle and started beating off, everybody would agree. But if I wait to go home to beat off and just get good and hard at the Walmart, everybody's fine with that? Especially when you're doing it, like, overtly? Cool. Like I said, there are ways to be unobtrusive and to live your kink lifestyle that don't involve other people. It is very common for people to wear chokers, tight necklaces. A dog collar is not going to get you a bunch of looks in public. People are not going to be aware on the face of it usually that you're not doing anything other than making a fashion statement.
Now, if you have a whole leash attached to it,
Now, if you have a
that's
leash
different.
attached to it and somebody else is carrying that leash, now we're talking sex fetish. Now we're talking obvious sexual fetish, strange BDSM arrangement that nobody else consented to, that's part of what gets you hard is going out in public with it. That's sex pest behavior, homeboy. That's being a sex pest. Yeah? So is sitting in a Discord, jerking off together while other people have no clue you're doing it. That's being a sex pest. Especially when you've got a mic up to let your little squeaks and moans be heard every once in a while. Just to remind folks that there's sex going on. That's being a sex pest. Leading with your front foot in every social situation and trying to take every social conversation that goes on into fucking fetish town is sex pest behavior. You understand that? I just don't know how much of that thing is happening off the internet. More than it should. Way more than should. And even on the internet, I'm sorry, just like I hold people in here to the standard of you're not going to get away with talking to me like you would, like if you wouldn't bring this energy into public to my face, you're fucking banned immediately, no questions asked, right? There are still boundaries on the internet. There are still people who use this like a public space to congregate with people, to exchange ideas. And I don't think that logging on to Twitter is an implicit agreement to be involved in someone's sex kink. I don't think that hopping into a Discord to play a video game and talk to people is somehow an implicit agreement to be involved in somebody's secret little BDSM scene. That's just obvious enough that everybody has to kind of like wonder what's going on at the very least. And most people go like, ooh, okay, I guess they're jerking off together. Dude, I felt so weird. I didn't even know what to do. I was trying to carry on a conversation and these little giggles just kept happening and the other participant would make another little grunt, right? The person controlling it, I assume, would grunt. Yeah. But that was it. And then there's 10 other people having a political conversation. I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what to do. Do I leave? Do I tell them, hey, could you go jerk off alone? I ended up just leaving. But it's been stuck in my craw for days. Because I was like, what leads a person to get so gooned that they forget that other people need to consent to be involved in their sex? Like a lot of people think sex pest means pederast, means a pedo. That is a sex pest. You know what else is a sex pest? The dude that makes prank calls to women and heavy breathes until they hang up on him to get off. That's a sex pest. The dude leading his pup around on a leash. That's a sex pest. The lady with a butt plug in her ass in public that keeps loudly moaning because her friend is hitting the buzzer button. That's a sex pest. A person that you walks up to you in a fucking conversation like this, a public conversation, publicly available, and leads with some weird, ooh, I want daddy milkers. And that's just accepted. Give me mommy milk. People just drive by and do that in the chat and people go like, huh. That's sex pestery. That's pestering people with your sexuality constantly and involving them against their will.
Well, it's like catcalling.
Exactly. Hey, baby, let me see them big titties. Sex pest. Ooh, hey, oh, so anyways, guys, we're talking about Biden here. Hold on, guys. Last night I got fucked right up my ass so hard. Daddy. Sex pest, sex pest, sex pest. Whoa, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And the internet doesn't put a shield in front of it. The internet doesn't make it okay. This is still just a public place. I'm a person. There are people in here. We're having a conversation about something. And if you drive by with, ooh, daddy, I'd like you to dom me. I know that that's your fetish, is having people react to that. I didn't agree. You're a sex pest. You're no different than the guy trolling around Roblox trying to get a kid to talk sexy to him. You're in the same league, in the same boat. Sex pest and sex pest. I want to clarify, I do agree with 99% of what you're saying. It's just become so mundane. It is not mundane. Involving other people in your sexual play against their will is not mundane. Maybe it's become mundane to you, Phoebe, because you're born on the internet, but it is not normal to walk up to people in public having a conversation about anything and to go like, ooh, I got my ass blown out last night, daddy. You would never do it. Only a few fucking people in the world, mostly people with real deep mental problems, would ever do that. But for some reason, every other day, there's 10 of them on the internet that I see. And it seems to be growing. That's why I'm talking about it. People use that little spark of anonymity, and the sex pest comes screaming out. Oh, a guy that doesn't have NSA fucking data access can't know my real name. So let me involve everybody in this chat in my sex. Ooh, daddy.
And the performance is different because in a performance you can easily go.
Mm-hmm. You putting on a show where you're doing sex stuff. I don't gotta buy a ticket to that. I'm scrolling through TV. You're doing sex stuff. I don't gotta stop and watch it. Next channel, please. Right? It's creepy, guys. It's creepy. And since that happened to me, I'm not saying I was SA'd or whatever, or that I'm fucking like, but since that happened to me, I felt gross. And it's stuck in my craw. I didn't even know how to talk about it for a while. It's like, how are two grown-ass adult people gonna think it's okay to jerk each other off right in front of me? Obviously. Right in front of me and 10 other people that are just trying to have a conversation. Made me deeply uncomfortable. Deeply uncomfortable. And it's normalized. And people that are in these communities do themselves a huge disservice when they try and normalize public sexual display and call it normal. Because it is not normal to involve non-consenting people in your sex play. Openly. Whatever you do in your mind or in your bedroom or quietly and unobtrusively, I can't be in your mind and police that. But you shouldn't be fiddling each other in public and vocalizing so that people see it. And I don't care if you're on the internet or at the movies. Shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be done.
You hear about the cucumbers at the 50 Shades of Grey. Poor fucking theater attendants having to pick up cucumbers.
Oh my God. It's not even approaching a form of harassment. It is. It's the thing that's up in the air with me is how severe a form of harassment is it? Is it just simple sex pestery? Or is it starting to grow into something that is literally going to be like...
The next Me Too thing.
Yeah, like a Me Too thing. Where people are going to start doing it more, start involving more people, start getting more bold with how they do it, where they do it, especially in the online space. And it's going to cascade into just sex pestville.
Well,
The fact that your
talked
kid...
about like how like the TikTok thing of like just immediately involving the public in whatever little stupid video they're doing.
Right.
It's like there's less care for the people around you.
Right. Is there a definable, acceptable amount of PDA? That is dependent on the venue. So no, there is not one hard and fast rule. You've got to use your best judgment. Right? So if you're out at Walmart, you're not going to grab your wife's ass, grind to the music. But if you're at the club, you're going to do that. And everybody's going to do it. Right? There are different social situations that call for a different type of public decorum. Some people have a very easy time with this, and some people have no clue that even exists. It's my argument that public places like the internet, like this stream, and like a million other ones going on right now, should be treated with a modicum of similarity to a normal public space. It's my contention that you jerking off while I'm in a Discord room and involving me in your sex, it's pretty much the same as if you were sitting next to me on a bus doing it. You know? To me, there's not much more to talk about on the subject unless somebody's got an argument that'll convince me that involving me in your masturbation openly and obviously is okay. I hate to tell you guys that my fetish is gouging people's eyes out. So if I see you in public, I might just have to gouge your eyes out. Sorry, just my kink. It's cool, right? Not that I would ask, because I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna run up on you in a Walmart with my thumbs out like this and go. You cool with that? No? Why? Not Batman. Get out. Ban him. Get him out. Let's talk about positive stuff. Don't fucking come in here and tell me what to talk about, bro. If you want to talk about something, be interesting enough to make a comment about it that sparks my interest. Don't just come in here and go, yeah, hey guys, we talk about a positive thing like movies, birdies, flowers, angels. No. No. No, cannot. Yes, Phoebes. It's an NSFW group chat where the established rules are like, we're kind of kinky, people can do sex stuff in here. Yeah, that's consent. Do you see the difference between that and you leading your pup around in Walmart? In one of those, the people that are in it know it's kinky. They know it's gonna be kinky. And if they don't like the kinky, they can leave, right? The problem is that they don't want other options. The problem is they think that because they get off on the idea of people being disdainful of their sexual congress in public, that they are entitled to utilize that in any venue they want. That's not true. I like seeing women's thongs. That doesn't entitle me to walk around and lift their skirts up to get a look, does it? Or to take pictures under their skirt when they're not looking, does it? I love seeing a big fat ass in a thong, man. And sometimes when I'm walking around Walmart and I see a big old booty, I think, man, I wish that skirt would just fly up so I could see that big fat ass. And you know what? That big fat ass person never knows I even had that thought. That's okay. As soon as I go up to that person who I don't know in a public place and go, let me see that fat fucking ass, baby. As soon as I let it come out of my mouth and involve that person, I'm a sex pest. Na 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 na, sex pest. Is this a server I think you're talking about? I'm staying anonymous with what it is because I'm not trying to call anybody out directly. I'm not at the point where I feel like I would even know what to say to the people involved in this directly. I'm working through it still. Let's just say that it's something that never ever should have fucking happened. The people involved in it never ever should have done it. Should have known better. Had ample opportunity to go private and do it. And decided they were going to do it in a big, wide open fucking chat with a bunch of people just socializing in it. That's what I'm going to tell you happened. Where it happened, what server it was on. Whether or not I'm ever going to talk to the people that did it about it or just let it fly, I'm still up in the air. Way up in the air. I do know that it has affected my ability to feel like wanting to go in that place and just chill when I see a bunch of people. The last couple of times I've thought, oh, let me see what's going on Discord, and I've seen a bunch of people, I've decided to just play Ghost of Tsushima and have some fucking alone time. Yeah? It's stuck in my craw for days. Just like, man, I'm trying to rationalize it. There ain't no rationalizing it. When people don't consent to your sex and you do it in front of them and you make it obvious you're doing it in front of them, that's fucking sex pest behavior. It doesn't matter if it's online. It doesn't matter skibbity toilet. It doesn't matter what kind of kink you're into, what your scene is, what gets your balls off. None of that matters if there's no consent involved in the people that are involved in that BDSM scene. Yeah? No. A woman being shirtless in public contextually is not inherently sexual. Breasts are not inherently sexual. I think women should be able to pop that titty out, feed their baby wherever they want. That's not a sex fetish. And if you make it a sex fetish, you're the one that's being a sex pest, not them. You see? How would you even begin to regulate punishing people on the internet? I don't know if I want to go into my whole plan, but if people followed, if the government and the world at large adopted my very implausible but very good plan to save the internet and to make it a viable public space where people can have discourse and not a weird sex pest fetish place where every autist on the planet can have 100 accounts and you can never get rid of them. Yeah, I think there are ways that we could do that. I just don't think it's going to happen. The 2-account solution is what I call it. What's up, Marshall? Actually, I don't think you go by Marshall anymore. What can I call you, man? It's good to see you, though. I'm glad to see you up in here. Always a pleasure. Frabjous day, Kalu Calais. But yeah, the basics of it are this. How do you police people being public nuisances on the internet, being sex pests in fucking open discords, being sex pests on Twitter, catcalling and bringing energy into the online space that they don't even have in public, right? How do you stop that? Or at least do something to fight it? You give people, Marshall or Andrew is good, just chilling, figured I'd ban some people. Dope. Well, Andrew it is then. I'm going to go with Andrew, if you don't mind. I got to say, man, I'm eagerly awaiting whatever project you kind of like teased that you might be working on, man. I stay a fan. Thanks for streaming. Makes daily chores a bit more bearable. So yeah, like I said, 2-account solution basics. At birth, you are given your internet ID, just like your social security number. At about 5 years old, your internet access is unlocked and restricted to only child-appropriate things, right? Heavily policed. If a parent uses their child's login credentials to access the internet and do sex pest stuff with other children, it's immediately apparent which household it's coming from and can be followed up on immediately. There's no anonymity. There's no skibbity toilet VPNs. It is, oh, this person who's supposed to be 5 years old is trying to do a BDSM scene in Roblox. Let's go interview that family. It's over, right? It's Jover. As you age up, so you're 5, you get certain websites. You're 10, you get more. You're 12, you get more. As your need to work for school and access information and your need to socialize with other people your age goes up, 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 your internet access is commensurately increased, but nothing that you do is done without the knowledge of regulators. Then, at 18, your internet access switches and you get 2 accounts. One of them is publicly anonymous. If I'm a normal dude without government access, without regulatory access, without law enforcement access, you are whoever you say you are. You are poobity, floobity, jubity, and you've got a little anime girl for an avatar, right? You come in, you autistically screech, you spam. I ban you. You've got one choice. Go away forever or come back on main. Main is your other account. Main has your full name. Main has your country and state of residence. Main has your age, date of birth. And Main will allow you a portal to look into this person's publicly available life, things that they've said on other platforms, Presences on Twitter, presences on Reddit. Here's what this person says to other people in public on the internet. Those are your two accounts. One anonymous, so that if you want to say some shit you don't want your family finding out about, you feel threatened by the public knowing it, you get on your anonymous account and you use it like an adult. If you use it like a child, to spam, to troll, right? You get one chance to do it. And then if you want to come back, you're on main. And now I know who's trolling me. Now you know who you're trolling, right? Now the whole world in the chat can click on you and say, what's this dude up to on Twitter? Oh shit, he's a retard. Oh, what's he up to on Reddit? Oh, he's a racist. Banned. Bro, you're worried too much about BS? You see that, dude? If my BS was implemented, your ass would be gone. Because there's no way you're getting on main with that energy, bro. Go get another alt, though. And tell me I'm wrong. Tell me it's okay that human beings, especially in these times, don't need a space where they can come talk and know that they're talking to at least other individual people and not 100 dudes pretending to be one guy or one guy pretending to be 100 dudes, right? I think that the public space needs a facility by which that you can tell if you're wasting your time talking to a skibbity toilet kid, whether the person who just said as a doctor is actually a doctor, right? Because in public, if somebody says, is your friend, and says, I'm a doctor, you can say, oh, really? Where's your practice? I'd like to drop by. And they say, oh, I'm on fucking First and Belmont. Come on by. And you go there and they're in the lab coat and they've got the stethoscope, right? Somebody on the internet says, as a doctor, I think it's perfectly fine to snort Tide Pod juice up your nose. You don't know that that's a doctor. In fact, you're pretty sure it isn't. But how do you know? Right now, the internet, there's no way to tell who or what you're talking to. I could have a whole adult conversation where I'm really trying to reach that person. And halfway through it, an hour into the DM chain, I find out I've been talking to a 12-year-old who's here to troll me. Skibbity, bop, 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 yes, yes, where that talk never would have happened if they were on main and I clicked it and I saw them on Reddit saying, I'm a doctor, I'm a 16-year-old girl and pregnant, help. I'm a black man, I'm a Muslim man, I'm a Christian man, right? That I would have never wasted 2 hours having what I thought was an adult conversation that I could have verified in public by looking at the adult I'm talking to, right? You see me? You start to see the method to the madness now? I know everybody loves their skibbity anonymity. I know that for some people, the most fun thing in the world is being retarded over and over. And I can't ban you because you've got 1 million free time minutes. You've got mom's fucking data plan. You've got a free cell phone from mom's fucking phone plan. And you've got no job. So you win just based on free time. And if this was just skibbity toilet fuck around place, okay, cool. But it isn't. This is what replaced the public square. This is where people on a burning world come to discuss what's going on. Have fellowship with one another. Man, these chats must have gotten bad. Look at the fucking ban reel on this, dude. It fucking completely underscores everything that I'm saying. As I'm having this very simple conversation with what I assume are adults, because I made this an 18 plus stream, there have probably been 24 people banned just for being retards on the internet that would not bring anything like that energy into public ever. And people want to tell me that's not a problem. It is. It's a way bigger problem than anybody knows. The bands are just flying. There had to be 24 during the last 10 minutes. 24 in 10 minutes. And they're not going to stop. It's just going to keep happening. Total skibbity. Total anonymous drunkenness. Duh. Oh, he banned me. Let me just get on the next one. Duh. That's what the public space is now. Because there's no facility for me to slap your mouth. There's no facility for the people gathered around listening to someone speak to grab you by the hem of your shirt and toss you in the gutter because you're being a retard. Because if you bring a quarter of that energy to a public conversation, your mouth is going to get slapped up in about 10 seconds. Somebody in that group is not going to be the one. And when you walk up and go, ooh, daddy milkers, somebody's going to go, fuck out of here, bitch. You're going to taste the sting of correction. But on the internet, you can just daddy milker me forever. Ooh, yeah. And you think that's okay. See, the problem is that most of the time, especially with the fucking antisocial shit, nobody in here going, Lamel fat, ever brings even a fucking iota, a micron of that energy into public. Because they know they get their fucking lips slapped up, lickety split. Real dude? My bad, dude. My bad. I've seen it. See? Bike lover's one of them. Skibbity bop bop bop. Never would bring that fucking energy to my face, ever. Or anybody's face. Because they know one day they're going to meet the wrong one. They know better in public because there's consequences in public. But out of here, skibbity, dibbity, hibbity, flibbity, and you want to tell me that's the new public space and it's cool? No, dude. It's not cool and it's not even functional. I wish it was skibbity, bop, 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 goodbye. But it isn't. It's skibbity, bop, 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 see you next alt because you've got way more free time than me. That's the internet. I'm a retard, doing nothing but disrupting people, involving people in my sex kink. And in the real world, you could just kick my ass into the curb and go on with your day. But here, you got to put up with me all day, every day, 90 times a day, if you want to try and have a conversation with people on the internet. That doesn't work. Skibbity sorry, kids. Exactly. Well, I just got over that. I just said that between the ages of 5 and 18, you can't even get on the internet that I'm on, let alone troll it. And if you do, if you're a kid that's using mom's login credentials, it's going to be real easy to find mom and let her know what their kid is saying on main, right? Mom's probably going to monitor that account because she knows that when people click on it, they're going to be able to see everything she said publicly. And she doesn't want people to think that she's a skibbity toilet child, right? You get it? You add a little bit of consequence to speech, and all of a sudden you've got functional free speech. Functional free speech. Self-regulating people who don't want to get their lips popped in public, who don't want to be grabbed by the scruff of their neck and thrown in the gutter by a mob of people who are sick of their shit. Self-regulating, self-correcting behavior is the most beautiful fucking thing in the world, dude. The most beautiful thing in the world. It's the reason why human beings aren't scrabbling in the dirt. We have a facility within us to live amongst one another and give enough common courtesy that we're not killing each other in the streets and raping each other. That is what sets us apart from the beasts. But the internet? Wild, wild west. Your id is just on full display and you never have any consequence for it because I can't click on you and see, oh, this is Timmy Johnson, a 14-year-old from Milwaukee, right? Let me call his mom, see what's up. You know, little Timmy is spamming the N-word all over the internet. Is that what you're about, Miss Johnson? Oh, you will? Thank you. Done. Skibbity bop bop bop. Yes, yes. Skibbity really bothers the people that I'm talking about. That's why I keep using it. It drives them fucking mental because it's a perfect example that their entire generation is lost and retarded. It's like the little kids are fucking enraptured with a cheap ass Gary's Mod video where a head pops out of a toilet and sings at people. And so when I use Skibbity, it really makes people that are that way like feel fucking insulted. And so they try and go like, oh, Paul's so boomer using Skibbity. It's like, dude, do you think a fucking 10-year-old calling me a boomer is gonna stop me from saying whatever the fuck I want? Skibbity. I'll say Skibbity until people stop acting like a couple of Skibbity toilets. Till I see grown-ass men stop talking about fucking Pokemon all day like it's still relevant in their lives. When I see grown-ass men drop the cartoons of their childhood and start talking about fucking grown-ass things, I'll drop Skibbity. Till then, your sour sweat smell, your neck beard, and your mom's money are not really fucking buying you a lot of respect in this world. Sorry about that. Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity. Has no real definition, though. It does up in here. It means middle school retard living in a 30-year-old man's body. Paul, I'm an actual heavyweight cage fighter, BJJ athlete. I use my full name and picture of me training when I talk shit to people on the internet. Good. Good. That's what I call skin in the game. You've got skin in the game. You got your name out there. You got your picture out there. And if somebody wants to come be about it, they can come be about it. You want to flex nuts online? I'm probably going to end up banning you because nut flexers are fucking lame. But it's your right. At least you're doing it the right way. I think nut flexors are pretty sad people. But at the very least, you got skin in the game, bro. You're being sad on Maine. Congrats. Speaking of retarded adults, I got Pulled over last night and the pig spelled my name wrong on the ticket. How the fuck do you misspell Drake? Man, they're not sending the best. They're not sending the best. Not dealing with top brass. Even if you were, you probably wouldn't have got your name spelled right. Top brass is just as dumb as the fucking rank and file. Fucking spelled it as Drac. Are you fucking kidding me? We see this mold spot you were talking about on DFF? I don't know, maybe. I mean, are you really that interested to see a big mold spot? Really that fucking interesting to you? I'm gonna guess no. I guess it's not all that interesting. Real gangsta ass neighbors don't flex nuts, because real gangsta ass neighbors know they got them. Exactly. Hey Paul, do you like high-end audio equipment for music listening? I like high-end headphones. I'm not the most high-end audio gear guy, but I never ever wear headphones that are worth less than $200 on my head, like ever. I get good headphones. Sennheiser's the brand that I've used for 30 years. Comfortable, good monitor headphones, open back, really clear reproduction, good bass. That's all I care about. I wonder if a ticket is void, has the wrong name on it, whether misspelled or otherwise. You think your 2-account solution would backfire in any way? Maybe. I mean, a lot of people have pointed out, like, oh, that just gives the government the right to track everything you say, make a file on you. And I go, they do that already, though. There's already that. Snowden told us about it like fucking 8 years ago, I think. America's still trying desperately to find him and get him extradited back to America so they can put him to death for it. So your anonymity has been gone. Can you run 1 mile? Probably not right now, but I'm like doing couch to 5K type thing. So eventually I'll probably be able to jog a mile. The last time I lost a significant amount of weight, once I got down to about 280 pounds, I really started to be able to just like run on the treadmill for an hour, which is kind of nice. So I'm working my way back there, hopefully soon. Losing weight, getting exercise, eating really well. Government doesn't know my hentai obsession. Crap, I just told them. Dun 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 dun. They know. If you have a hentai obsession, that means that you've searched hentai search terms, and every one of those is collated on a file with all of your AKAs. The only reason nobody has looked at it is because you've never popped up on a radar, but it's there for anybody that wants to peruse every text message you've ever sent, every DM you've ever sent, every alt that you maintain, every VPN that you use, every browser that you use, every machine that you access the internet on, and much, much more. All of your metadata, where you travel during the day, etc. All of that stuff is sitting right there in a file waiting for anybody that wants to take a look. That's hilarious. You think so? So is Mr. Fliz one of these kids that thinks because he bounces off of a VPN that the cops can't fucking get him? Mr. Fliz, Please tell me that you're not one of these kids that thinks that because you downloaded a browser that's got a built-in VPN that nobody can tell you. Give me a fucking break, bro. Too many people for it to be worth the time. Bro, they're mass day. Anyway, whatever. You need to read Snowden, homeboy. You need to read what the United States government wants to kill Edward Snowden for, because it's telling people that, and showing people exactly where the data centers are that are constantly backing up the internet and collating data and attributing it to sources. Yeah, it's not a surefire way. It's not a way at all. Edward Snowden revealed that all VPNs have a government backdoor in them. They're basically just a way to watch things in countries where it's restricted for you. So if I wanted to watch the BBC for free, I get on a VPN and I bounce off of a British connection and I can connect to the BBC. It has nothing to do with my privacy. The internet is completely and utterly collated, backed up every second. You have no anonymity. Everything that you have ever said, it doesn't matter how deep the alt chain goes and how many VPNs you're bouncing, everything that you have ever said. Tor was created by the NSA. The dark web is created by the NSA. The amount of skibbities, that's how he avoided getting caught. He didn't. He was about to get caught and he came out publicly. Are you fucking retarded, bro? Do you not know what happened to Edward Snowden? Edward Snowden was a known fucking leaker of information. Was almost immediately caught. Used his connections to travel around anonymously while he was making the fucking interview, and then went straight to Russia for the non-extradition treaty. What are you talking about? Do you think you're going to just change history? You think you're just going to change history? You think you're going to change what is happening because you feel like you're anonymous on the internet? Because you want to believe that you don't have a file? You want to believe that you don't have a file, right? You want to believe that because you studied some C++ and some Network Plus certifications, that you know how to get around things that your average person doesn't when it comes to the fucking NSA? Like, people forget that the fucking DARPA created the internet. Nothing that you have ever said since the first day you sat down has not been logged and collated and appended to your name. That's what Snowden said. That's the truth. They're trying to bring him back from Russia so they can murder him for it. Dude, have you ever smiled once? Hey! Seeing your dumbass get banned made me smile ear to ear, bitch! John Deere, get banned. Skibbity, pay attention, or skibbity, get the fuck out. See how it works? Get him out. You're annoying, stop swearing. Get her out. See these people? See what I'm talking about? The power of an anonymity. Drive-by skibbity just coming out of every pore in their ass. Dumb as the fucking moon. No capitalization, misspellings, no punctuation, retarded, no reading comprehension, no ability to express themselves via text, and they want to drive by and talk shit. They want to drive by and bring energy that they don't have for me in public. The shame of it all. The fucking shame of it all. Get Oitz out of here too. He thinks he's gonna tell a dude that's been trolling literally since 1988 what bait is. Get him out. See ya. You fucking kids think you got one up? Bro, I've been doing what you do since before your parents even met, let alone fucked. I'm bona fide, like I've said. Trolling since 1988. I was 8 years old when I started skin in the game trolling. Trolling over the open airwaves here in America on the CB radio. Nobody cares, and get the fuck out, bitch. Show me how much you don't care. Skibbity scroll. You know what the sad thing is? A lot of these motherfuckers, after they get banned, they're still fucking watching. That bitch didn't leave. He's still out there listening. Yep. Trolling truckers as they passed through on the CB radio with skin in the game. Got found twice. Got skimmed, as they used to call it, twice by truckers. Parked out in front of my house. Shined flashlights in my house. I still did it. I did it for years until I was a teenager. I was pulled into the sheriff's office where I was briefed by an agent from the FCC with my mother, who said that my mother was going to jail if I continued to do what I was doing, that I was violating FCC regulations about the public airwaves, and also put me up on game about one of the guys that I was talking to on the and trolling being a pedophile that was recently caught molesting his grandsons who were my age and went to my school, and another one that had murdered his wife. And that was my intro to trolling. I was 13, 14 years old when it stopped. I moved immediately to the brand spanking new internet. And you can bet your ass I trolled every second of every day on that. And it was way better back in the day because nobody had bans, nobody had ops, nobody had mods. They could not get rid of me. And I trolled, and I trolled, and I trolled, and I trolled, and I trolled. And I got to be about 26, and people started uploading vlogs to YouTube, and I was like, fucking A. I'd been trolling in Ultima Online, let me troll on fucking YouTube. So I started an account, started trolling religious people, started trolling conservative people, and it worked, and it worked, and it worked, and it worked. And then I got a job doing it. I was on one of the biggest, if not the biggest podcasts at the time on YouTube, The Drunken Peasants. I was a main staple for 300 episodes of The Drunken Peasants, and my job was to troll, troll, troll. Then I split off from The Drunken Peasants with two guys that I worked with on that show and created Pessimist Productions and Deep Fat Fried. And it is my job now to troll, troll. The point is, since 8 years old, I've been doing what you do. I'm better at it than you will ever fucking be in your life. If you spend 1,000,000 hours, you'll never catch me. You're not going to teach me anything. I know what you're doing when you're doing it. And it's very fucking easy for me to ban you. Especially if it's low effort. If it's high effort, I appreciate it. This is legit. I'm probably one of 10 people on the planet Earth right now that have the extensive level of trolling experience that I have, bro. I bet there's 10 people on the planet that have been doing it as long and as consistently as me. Bitching, low effort spam. Bro, I was doing that when I was fucking 13, figuring the internet out, bro. There are grown-ass men in here bitching, spamming. No, you're not. Wow, not me. Who's been doing it longer? I was 8 years old when I started trolling, and that's skin in the game trolling. That's trolling where the people could come find you. I did it from 8 to 13 until the federal government shut me down, and then I moved the whole operation online, where the only difference was there were just more retarded truckers for me to troll. I now do it for a living, going on 13 years. Who's doing it more and better? I ended the career of Milo Yiannopoulos, giant right-wing grifter. I ended the careers of Andy Worski and JF Garapé. Who's been doing it longer? Who's been doing it? Dude, I trolled Jake Tapper and got him to apologize to me on Twitter. Who's been doing it longer? Who's been doing it better? My trolling of Milo Yiannopoulos was a national news story for 3 weeks. Who's been doing it longer? Who's been doing it better? Give me another nuh-uh or shut up. Milo Yiannopoulos came on my podcast. I questioned him about his weird sexual comments about little boys needing a daddy or whatever, or needing an older man to fucking show them the ropes with sex when they're gay. He talked about it on our show and got canceled from CPAC as a result of what he said. I ended JF Garape and Andy Worski on the same day. I went on the kill stream, or not the kill stream. I went on the Kumite, which was some shitty right-wing fucking podcast back in the day, alt-writers. And I went on there and I absolutely fucking dismantled Andy Worski, trolled him to the point where he fired JF and ended both of their careers on the alt-right. You can see a video of this. I went on the show Kumite and told Andy Worski to his face, why don't you tell JF Garape that it's your show? Because behind you on the wall it says Worski Live, not JF Garape Live. Oh, fuck you, Paul. The next day, he said exactly that on his show. You know what, JF? I put up with a lot of shit from you, buddy. But you think you'd be smart enough to read the sign. 2 months later, that motherfucker had purple hair and was telling his friend to pull a gun out in public on drunk guys that wanted to fight him. Career ended. Who's doing it better? Who's doing it bigger? Who's got longer fucking accolades? Who's been doing it better? Give me a nuh-uh, I'ma ban you. Give me a name. Give me an example. God, you were the devil on his shoulder planting seeds in his head. Dude, that's what rent-free looks like. People use rent-free just to say somebody's talking about somebody else now. That's what rent-free looks like. When you blow up your own show the next day because of I trolled you, that's rent-free. Literally less than 24 hours after I said that, he was saying it on his show and his show was ended. Are you a conservative? Fuck no. I look retarded to you? I sound retarded to you? Give me a break. At the time, Worski Live was the biggest alt-right podcast on the internet. It was the biggest venue for people like Richard Spencer, the Nazi, Nick Fuentes, the Nazi, Ethan Ralph, the Nazi, to spread their Nazi. I ended it with a 15-minute troll job. And I gotta be honest with you, blew up the whole sector, bro. Worski Live went down. Baked Alaska went nuts. JF Garape murdered his wife. Ethan Ralph fucking beat up his wife and had to move to Mexico to escape prosecution. Nick Rekieta did blow and had a polycule in front of his kids while he was telling everybody how to be a godly man. I blew up the whole fucking sector, bro. One guy, 15 minutes of trolling Andy Worski, I blew up the sector. Who's doing it better? Who's doing it longer? Who's doing it? Coach Red Pill, dead as fuck. Failure, the dude that used to run that Kumite thing, dead as fuck. The other guy that used to run it, Tonka Saw, humiliated. Run off the internet for being a chicken hawk. Not one of the dudes that engaged with me from that sector survived the encounter. Who's doing it better? Is Paul delusional or just trolling us? Ban him. I don't know how the YouTube police is going to get banned. I don't know how can I do that? Oh, wait. Because you're a skibbity fucking nobody. Got no fucking refutation. Nick survived? Yeah. Yeah, how the Groypers doing? How's that movement going? You looked into the Groypers lately? How's that movement going after it's brushed with Paul's ego? Spoiler alert, not well. Really not well. Yeah, dude. Nick is hiding on a fucking platform that allows you to bot views. He's probably got like 20 people watching him. He bots up 400 views and he sits on Rumble coping. That's what Nick Fuentes does now. Nick Rekieta literally just got arrested for doing blow in front of his children and letting them starve and stink and be dirty while he sat around in a fucking polycule with another one of these conservative retards. And then after he was done wife swapping and coke snorting and ignoring his children, he'd get online and tell everybody what a godly man he was. The sector in shambles. Every one of their figureheads had a brush with me and went, I started a chain of events that has absolutely fucking dismantled the alt-right. Wish you could have taken down Alex Jones. Nah, I like Alex Jones. Dude, I publicly nuked Milo Yiannopoulos' entire career. He is a chiclet-mouthed ex-gay grifter now because of one person was born. He didn't run into me. He'd be in the fucking Republic. He would have been the fucking keynote speaker at the RNC that year. They changed keynote speakers at the Republican National Committee that year because of me. Wah, 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 wah. Uh-oh, we got some Groiper cope. Some Groiper cope in the chat. Somebody better ban him and send him back to Rumble where Nick is botting views right now, probably. Dude, the cope is fucking real out of you guys. Nick's more popular than ever. Nick is a joke, bro. Even fucking people on the right think he's gay. They know he's gay. He's surrounded with people you call degenerates. Got caught watching gay porn on his channel. Groiper's in absolute shambles, bro. Absolute shambles. The manosphere in shambles, bro. All your fucking famous guys, dude, getting absolutely wrecked. Wrecked completely out of all fucking recognition. Shambles. Oh, he's gayer than shit. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he likes to pretend he's some manly thing. Have you seen him? Dude's like 5'2", wispy as fuck, got a high-pitched ass voice, surrounds himself with nothing but men, says it's gay to have sex with women. The dude's gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but gayer than shit. Coat, seethe, etc. Like I'm taking dated advice from a 40-year-old unmarried man with no life other than spewing misogyny. I know. It's like a bunch of incels have attached themselves to him, and he justifies their life and gives them reasons to, blame for their virginity at 40, other than the real problem, which is their own fucking unlovable personality and their shitty social skills and the fact that they don't know their asses from a hole in the ground. That smoke-free vape, like, do they actually work? I'm using it a little bit. It's hard for me doing these. I'm such a chain smoker when I do these, but where I've found that it's helped me cut way back on smoking is when I'm working inside. You know, I'm one of those guys that wants to like work for an hour and then come out and have a smoke and then, you know, go back, get to work. Like I don't do that. I can just get my work done. I sit there, I suck on that thing, and then, you know. So yeah, you know, I'm slowly but surely trying to like pare down the nicotine and stuff. But ugh. Ooh wee, skibbity bop bop bop, yes yes, skibbity dibbity dibbity. Yeah, there's a lot of skibbity riz going on right now, dude. The Rizzler is attacking. When you smoke cigarettes, it makes me want to smoke cigarettes. Sorry, Brianna. I'm trying, you know, but I'm in a position where it's, you know, I got other things I'm trying to correct, and it's down on the list right now. Skibbity, 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 skibbity. Paul, when you get a coffee, how do you get the coffee? Depends, right? If I'm just wanting to sit down to breakfast in the morning, I want black coffee. If I'm having the coffee to sip in the morning and I'm not eating with it, put a little creamer in it. You know, I got my own thing. I'm playing my drums, watching you as I practice jazz licks. Kind of want to smoke my bowl now. Ooh, child, things are going. I think I've got one more hit on this little bowly bowl. I'm going to hit the bowl. Hit the bowl, hit the bowl. Can you recommend a good cheap watch that is not Pagani, under 150 bucks? I mean, I don't know what kind. There's all kinds of watches, right? But a good rule of thumb is like Casios are great, Seikos are great, G-Shocks are great. All of those you should be able to get for 150 bucks or less. Yeah. So if you're just looking for a good timepiece, I would say get a Casio. I've got a Casio data bank that I wear. I don't know if you like digital watches, you want a mechanical watch, you want a quartz watch. I'm not sure what you're looking for. Timex is great for the price. You can get a Bulova watch for 150 bucks. You can get, I mean, there's a number of watch manufacturers that make a really nice, clean looking watch for 150 bucks. The price range that I tend to be attracted to is more like 500 bucks. That's about the top end of what I'd pay for a watch. Yeah, Seiko ain't bad. And Seiko is one of those things where if you end up liking Seikos, it's its own universe, right? So a Seiko, if you like Seikos, Seiko has the mother brand is Grand Seiko, and they make some of the finest timepieces on the planet. Japanese movements with Japanese lacquered dials. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful watches. What makes a watch really expensive? A number of things. There's a number of things that'll affect how expensive a watch is. One is fit and finish. The main difference between a watch like the one I'm wearing here and a watch that you would get for 50 bucks is going to be fit and finish. This watch might look like a Cracker Jack prize to you, and that's part of the reason why I like it. It's supposed to. This is a stainless steel watch made by a company called Autodromo. They make automotive rally style or inspired timepieces. This is the Group C by Autodromo. This is a super heavy watch. It's like fucking heavy as shit. It's a stainless steel body. that is a sapphire glass case on the front, and this is about a $400 watch. Okay, and that's the difference between like a $10 watch and a $400 watch is going to be fit and finish. Now, when you start getting in the upper range of watches, you start talking about the big 4 or 5 brands. You're talking about Vacheron Constantin, Patek Philippe, you know, Rolex, right? You start to talk about these brands. There's the name is worth something. It's like you know, you'll see women buying a $10,000 Birkin bag or whatever from Coach. It's that, right? Like you can get a bag that's pretty much the same quality as a Coach bag for probably a tenth of that price or less, but you're buying the clout of the brand, right? So that's why I'm not into main brand watches. Number one, they're too expensive. I'm not a fucking rich person. I can't afford to buy a $30,000 watch. And if I did own a $30,000 watch, I would never wear it out in public, right? So, but this watch and a watch in that price range, you know, $500-600 max, I don't mind wearing that out in public. I think they're beautiful. You get a lot for your money when you start buying micro brands at that price. You get a fit and finish that is sometimes consistent with a big time brand like Vacheron. So yeah, you know, it's a happy medium. And the cool thing about micro brands is that they tend to be a little bit more willy-nilly with their design choices than something like Rolex. Rolex has got an expectation to uphold, right? A Rolex needs to look like a Rolex, needs to look like a Rolex. There are several models of Rolex, the Day-Date, the Datejust, the President, the fucking Explorer 2, the Oyster Perpetual. All of these different types of Rolexes each have their own massive fan bases. And every year or two, when Rolex comes out with new designs, they're trying to split the middle between changing a little bit, making it look a little different, but still making it identifiably a Rolex on your wrist from 50 feet away, right? And micro brands are not beholden to that design language. Micro brands can do crazy shit. They can make watches that look wildly different. They can experiment with dial colors and hand colors and lume and all kinds of crazy stuff. And you get watches like this. You know, somebody knew that a guy like me, Dinor, don't even do it. I don't want to hear you. You will be quiet. Stop it. Don't do it. Take a watch like this. Autodromo designed this for people like me who grew up wearing cool digital watches in the 80s and 90s. They knew that people like me might be looking for that kind of feeling again, but also looking for a watch that isn't going to fall off your wrist or break the strap or fall apart or die in fucking 2 days. So they give you a top quality watch, gives you that feeling, gives you that like utility of having a digital watch with a timer, day-date functionality, the fucking, what, an Indiglo thing, right? I can read it at night, I can read it during the day. It's way more accurate than a mechanical watch. You get all that, right? What is Autodromo? Autodromo is the brand, the micro brand that makes this watch. They make a number of watches, some of them mechanical, some of them quartz digitals, and I really like their watches. Dinor is best dog. He is. He is. He's just a little barky-parky sometimes. And a little barky. A little too barky for his own good sometimes. Swatch and Omega, Swatch and Breguet did great collabs together. Bioceramics, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of swatches that I want to get eventually. They're not high on my list, but I love the collaborations that they do with different like artists and brands. Swatch did about a year ago, and they're still selling them, a collaboration with Basquiat's estate, Jean-Michel Basquiat, my favorite fine artist. And they put some of his art on the face of their watches. And Swatch is really cool because they have integrated bands that will have that art. So the art is on the face of the watch and on the case of the watch and also on the band, the strap of the watch. So I think that's really cool. Would you buy a knockoff? I would not, but I don't blame people for doing it. Like one of the watches that I would definitely knock off if I was into them are Richard Mille's. If you've ever seen a Richard Mille, they're really popular with like rappers, sports stars. Like I don't know, like a lot of sports people have them. A lot of rappers like Pete Davidson and fucking like Kanye and Jay-Z and then like sports guys like Messi and Ronaldo and blah blah blah. All these dudes have a Richard Mille. If you look at a Richard Mille, I think they're ugly as fuck. I mean, they're giant bricks. They're way too busy for me. But they are really high quality watches, and they cost upwards of $1 million. Yeah, Richard Mille. Yeah, they cost upwards of it. Like the RM11, the RM12. Like these are like watches that like you can't even get if you're a normal pleb, even if you had the money, right? Oh, thank you, baby. But there are a lot of people that really like Richard Mille's design language. They really like that big, chunky, busy watch that's lightweight, because that's the thing about Richard Mille's. They're big watches, but they weigh nothing because most of the material that they use is like carbon fiber and titanium, like the lightest materials that they can use. Richard Mille has kind of like race car aesthetics. The guy started doing horology to kind of like make nods to gauge clusters. This is very common. The world of aviation, nautical travel, and automotive travel are very tied to watches. And a lot of watch companies use design language based on gauge clusters and jets and tanks and stuff like that. My favorite style of watch design is called Bauhaus. It's a German watch design. It's very based on minimalism and clean, legible dials. And they're based on pilot watches, military pilot watches. They're supposed to be clean, functional, easy to read under duress, all of that, right? So that's my taste. Those are my favorite kinds of watch. I like other types too, though. So a lot of watches are based on gauge clusters. This watch here, Autodromo's design language, are based on rally cars from the 80s and 90s that have very low to the ground, very sleek kind of a look. And the color scheme is something you might have seen on a racing rally car back in the 80s. And so for a kid that grew up looking at those types of cars, watching those types of cars, the design language is immediately apparent to me in the Autodromo, whereas somebody else might look at it and like look at that fat dude wearing a Cracker Jack prize watch on his wrist. What the fuck is he doing, right? They don't know that this is one of the finest digital watches you can buy, right? It's a stainless steel case, it's fucking sapphire glass, it's got a double battery in it so that it'll never die. This watch will be keeping perfect time the day that I croak. And whoever inherits it, it'll keep perfect time for them probably for another 20 years before anybody has to touch it. You should come to South Coast Plaza. Pretty much every luxury brand there. You put on a nice suit, wear a nice watch, and act like a rich guy. You can go in and try them on. I can go in looking exactly like this and try on a watch. I don't have to dress like a rich guy. Digital or analog for coolest. I mean, for me, it's analog. Like, I prefer a mechanical watch first and foremost, but I'm wearing a digital right now. You know, I like digital as well. Sometimes digital is like really fucking easy. Digitals are way more accurate, keep better time than mechanicals ever will. So like my mechanical watches, if I keep them wound, it's okay. Sorry, buddy. So like my mechanical watches, if I keep them wound and I wear them every day, they're losing between 1 and 2 seconds a day in time. This loses like 0.00000000001 every week or something, and it's fucking ridiculous.
And we're just insist on sitting there.
What is the website to Autodromo? Autodromo is one word, and just Google Autodromo watches, and you will find the website. I know, seriously. Google. Come on, guys. I don't understand the impetus for people to ask somebody that's streaming on the internet to explain something to them that they could already have answered with Google if they just said, yo, Siri, fucking Google it. Right?
Do
It's
you
a little
notice
weird.
when you're talking sometimes it opens up my Hey Google even though you didn't say anything remotely close to that?
Oh, really? The Siri one is actually really good. You have to say it very clearly, hey, and then her name. Otherwise, she does not engage. You can say Siri's a bitch, she's not going to pop up.
It's funny. Did you tell it to shut up one time and it did?
Yeah. Yeah. We were in the car and it was like, we put in a thing and it was like, take the next left, then takes the next left, then stay straight. And then it did it again and I was like, shut up. And it stopped and it was like, ending verbose mode. I was like, yes.
D, why you gotta sit right there?
I like the Group C Green Grave Veracite, but I don't have 475. I mean, yeah, you could save up for it though. Like I trust me, dude. You put aside $20 a fucking month or a week, whatever you can put away. It won't be long till you can buy yourself something that's worth that. It's not hard to fucking save up a little money. It just may not. Oh, I thought that was a fly. That's a little jumper. You see him on this side of the pole? You see him there?
A little white one.
Yeah, a little
Baby.
like pale white baby jumper.
A little itty bitty baby. Are you all done out here, D?
Hey, we're go inside.
Anything else, baby?
No, I'm good, baby. Thank you. Do they retain their value? No. Micro brand watches typically lose value as soon as you purchase them. They're not like an investment watch. I don't expect to like sell this in 10 years for 100 grand or anything. That's not why I buy watches. I buy watches to wear them. You know. So yeah, I'm not a collector that's looking to like, ooh, I want to sell, I want to trade. I just want to own watches that I think are cool. Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity. Want a good investment? You got to do Arby's. Yeah, dude. The amount of food you get for your investment, fucking boogie, bro. Did you ever get the Apple Watch? No. I'm not into like smartwatches. The idea of like reading my fucking email on my wrist just makes me want to fucking die, dude. I think I'd rather jump balls first into a volcano than read emails on my wrist and have my wrist dinging at me, letting me know some idiot commented on something. No, fuck that, bro. Ding, ding, ding. I got enough of that with my phone, bro. Posture check, thanks. Whew. Sit up straight, Paulsy, go. Don't be a slouch. Okay, I'm gonna slouch again. The only reason I would want a smart watch is for heart rate monitor. Why do you want that, man? Fuck a heart rate monitor. Why everybody need to know what their heart rate is 24/7, 365, yo? Just let your heart do what it's doing, man. It's gonna fucking stop someday anyway, right? Good looking shirt. Thanks. Thanks, Carlton. Bump, ba bump, bump, ba bump, bump, ba bump, bump, ba bump. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun for anyone. Bum, ba, ba, ba. when I'm hanging out in the town with anyone. It's not unusual to see me cry. I'm gonna watch measure your heart rate. It's got like a pulse sensor. So from what I've heard, the health feedback that you get from an Apple Watch is actually mostly just woo-woo. Like Apple Watches will try and tell you all kinds of shit, like you got this amount of sleep. This is your blood oxygen level, and it's like guessing. Because there's no sensors on it. The sensors on it aren't that developed. It's got like basically a pulse sensor, like an activity sensor. You know? Used to watch your story time videos a few years ago. I was always excited to see you on DP. So glad to see you're doing well and still making stuff. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Yeah. Yeah, they're still, watchmakers is what they're called. And you take your watch in, they'll clean it for you, they'll service it, change out straps, change out the sapphire case if you need it, the whole nine. Or the sapphire dome, we'll change everything for you. Yeah. Bro, that whole ass fucking, I'm gonna try and help you out, Barstow. That whole last paragraph, bro, I read it in my head because I had a feeling it was gonna be bullshit. When you ask questions like, are you going to come to a certain city? Unless you're really lucky, the answer is just going to be no. So you would have me read that whole paragraph out loud just to tell you no? This is the sign of a really, really bad question, especially in the context of a live stream. So the rule of thumb is don't ever ask me a yes or no question if you can. It's an exercise, right? And it's hard because a lot of times people get locked in small talk. This is not a small talk place. This isn't a, how about that weather? What's your favorite? Have you seen this movie? Do you like this band type of conversation? It's a little deeper than that. And you're going to ask a question, if you want me to answer it, that cannot be answered with a nah. Otherwise, it would just be me going, no, yeah, no. Well, the reason I'm trashing Barstow real bad for it is because that is the worst kind, bro. It would be one thing if it was just, have you seen this? Because I could just ignore that and not read it. But when it's a whole paragraph, I think, whoa, your brain sees that paragraph pop up and you think, whoa, somebody's got a deep question, cool. And then it's like, are you coming to my shitty town ever, you think? It's like, no, I'm not coming to your shithole town ever. And if I had any plans to do it, now I'm not going. Okay, I'm sorry, Paul. Didn't mean to ask a dumb question. It's just like, I say this every day, though, bro. Every day. Every day. I'm asking people, please, dude. The whole point of this is that we're having a convo. Don't treat me small talk, dude. Like, Paul, do you like hash browns? Or it's like that. It's not a conversation. Are you coming to Pickle Gap, Arkansas? Oh, yeah. Funnily enough, tomorrow. It's like, what did you expect me to say? Like, how do you get that as a question in your fucking head and then you can't ask it in less than a paragraph? Oh, man, it just drives me fucking nuts sometimes, man. I feel like I'm training a bunch of apes. Sorry to be mean, but I feel like I literally have created a job for myself where I'm training apes to speak. I feel like the people that trained Coco the gorilla. You remember Coco, love, Coco, want water. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm that all day, but for free. It's like literal apes. Look at the brand ape in here. We're sitting here talking about something right now. There's a topic, and we got a brand ape. What brand of smokes are you smoking? Read the vibe. Read the room, bro. No, I didn't believe Coco could talk. I understand that they just taught the gorilla to mimic certain things. Coco couldn't say shit. That's the point. It was a fruitless endeavor trying to teach Coco to speak, and I'm starting to feel like it might be a fruitless endeavor to teach a YouTube chat how to speak. Just in the middle of a conversation, apropos of nothing. Hey, bro, you believe in angels? What? My brother in Christ, what did you just say to me? What was proven about Coco? That you can train a gorilla to present a facsimile of sign language, but you can't make them talk. Coco couldn't make a sentence. Coco couldn't have deep thoughts. Coco learned to ask for food by doing this. Okay? That's what happened with Coco, and that's what's happening with the chat. Exactly. It's like when I say the word grandma's house, Dinor gets excited, but he doesn't know what grandma is. He just knows that that combination of sounds means that in about an hour, he's going to be at grandma's house. And so you understand, right? That's the difference between an animal that doesn't have a language center in its brain and a human being. The problem I'm running into is, as I do these streams, I'm running into a lot of human beings like this one. 9 is also 6. Middle of a conversation, are you queso? Middle of a conversation, like 3 dudes talking at a bus stop. Hey, man, so like, yeah, Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. Hey, are you queso? Because you have a beard. Get out of here, little dude. Shut up. Oh, up, Tawi. I feel like I'm training Coco. I'm training literal apes. And I don't think it's working. I don't think no, it ain't bots. This is brain rot, 110% brain rot, bro. This is brain rot through and through. This is what happens when you let a fucking tablet raise your child. This is the type of adult it turns out. Adults sitting and having a fucking conversation midstream. What cigarette do you smoke? Do you smoke my same cigarette? Like, what? Excuse you? Like literal apes, bro. No, not all of you are apes. Some of you get it. But, bro, you see the bands. Hot, heavy, fast, constant. My poor mods in here wearing their fucking phones out, banning idiocy. Moronism, right up out of the chat. People sitting around having a conversation. Dude, I'm thinking about this deep thing that's going on in society and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. What is your favorite Pokemon? It's like brain broken, brain rot, skibbity toilet, fucking raised by a tablet, online brain, haven't touched grass since grass touched them. And I'm like, what can I do, man? I ask nicely all the time. Hey, guys, yes or no questions are really fucking lame, bro. And especially long ones. Because if I got to read a fucking paragraph of shit I don't care about just to tell you no, that's not a show, and that's not a conversation. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Paul. What's your favorite drug you did? I have to stop looking at it sometimes, honestly. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I want to, but I can't because it's the show. Do you like Pokemons? You got a 30-year-old man, bald, fat, sweaty, sitting in front of you, not making eye contact, like looking at your shoulder saying, do you like a Pokemon? It's like, bro, where do I even start with this? All right, kindergarten. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, I know this one. H, I, L, M. No. Try again. Grown-ass man with a job Literal apes. I'm training apes for a living and I'm not getting paid for it, bro. I get it. Haha. What qualifies as a good chat question? I just said it, but I'll say it again because maybe you weren't here. A good chat question would be one that can't be asked with a yes or a no. It can't be answered with a yes or a no. One that asks me to expound upon an idea, not a product. So, for example, Paul, do you like Coca-Cola? Bad question. Paul, do you think Coca-Cola and the sugar in it tastes different than when they used to use cane sugar? And do you think that there's any like health detriments to using the corn syrup sugar that they use now? You see? Once again, ape training. Here, monkey, banana. Here, monkey, banana. Can you say banana? Wah. No, Amy. No, Amy. Banana. Banana. Wah. No. Wah. Banana, Amy. Banana. Can you say banana? Nana. Good, Amy. Good, Amy. Good, Amy. You have banana. You have banana. Here you go, Amy. Banana. Oh, I get it, Paul. Anyway, do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? I like Sonic the Hedgehog. My favorite Sonic character is Rose Sonic. She's the pink hedgehog. She goes very fast. Do you like Sonic? I'm at the bottom of that reading it out loud to a chat going, fuck me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And you know what, dude? I think in my mind, when I see that, I think on my mind, that's got to be a 13-year-old kid. But I know in my heart that it's a 30-year-old man that lives with his mom still. And I fucking want to just like scream. Yeah, dude, I'm going to do it. You're right, dude. We're going to do a little experiment. I want you guys to watch and see if the views go up or down, okay? You ready? 158. $159. It's working. Ooh. 164. There it is. Stuck at 164. Come on. Give me one more bump, baby. Show me it's real. One more bump. Show me it's real. Cringe? I know. I think we did it. I think we did it, folks. Watch this. Hey, everybody. I'm Paul Zigo. I move my mouth like Vanellope Von Sweets when I talk. Hey, everybody. My name's Paul. I talk like a Pixar character. Hey, everybody. I'm Paul Zigo. I think I'm Vanellope Von Sweets. Hey, everybody. Have you ever seen somebody talk like this in your life? Probably not. Hi, everybody. I'm Paul Zigo. I'm a Pixar-brained person. I'm a Disney adult. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with my watch. I'm obsessed. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is so nice. I am obsessed with my watch. I love my watch. But anyway, I think I'm going to go outside and do something random today. Okay, that one is making the views go down. So I'm not good enough at the fucking... Clearly not good enough at being a Disney adult. Yeah, it went down on that one. This is good, though. This is like an experiment, right? How hard can I game this algorithm? You guys want to try a bot stream? Let's see if that works. Pineapple Express, thank you. Neighbors, hopefully not watching this one. Thank you.
Did you grab your keys?
I hate my dad. Aw. Salt. Mmm, salty. Rainbow. Rainbow. Hit the dab. Hit the dab. Mmm, ice cream. Mmm, ice cream. Hearts, hearts. Mmm, glizzy. Glizzy. Put on the Riz. Put on the Riz. That's not working either. Fuck. I tried jingling my keys. That worked. In front of their faces. Like a baby. Got like 20, 30 more viewers jingling my keys. I tried to do Pixar face, where you know, talk like Vanellope von Schweetz. You move your mouth like a Pixar character. Lost viewers. Just did a NPC stream, and it stayed pretty much equal. It's just not working, guys. It's just not working. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about the skibbity. Thank you, baby. Sorry, yeah, I brought my keys out here to jingle them. I didn't mean to not answer you. I was just doing an NPC bit.
Yeah. Well, I just like I heard that and the door slam.
Oh. Human interaction is not dying, it's dead. Do you like questions or insta-bans now? Even if it's trolling. Insta-bans. If it's a yes or no question, insta-bans here on out. Treat it just like it's or an inward tower. Ban it before I even see it, hopefully. Just make it part of the new order now. Do you like, what's your favorite band? I've explained it way too many times. Now it's time to stop explaining and start enforcing. Dumb questions, small talk questions, shitty and pertinent questions, off-topic questions that don't read the room are just gone. Pay particular attention to paragraphs of shit. If it's a paragraph of shit that goes nowhere and ends in a yes-no question, super gone. I know this is a yes-no question, and you just said you're going to ban it, but ban him. Every question can be answered with a yes or no. No, it can't. What do you think about the state of Palestine and Israel right now? Yes. Doesn't work, does it, idiot? Did you learn something today? If so, I did a better job than the fucking school system did with you for the entirety of your time in it. Congrats. You just learned to be a little bit of an adult today. he didn't say it was an effective answer. Ban him. Trying to make that argument, bro. I'm not going to sit here and be pedantic with you. Get him out. Chad, I really want to, or like mods, I really want you to start like using your own discretion with this shit, bro. If I'm making a fucking plain point that's obvious as the fact that everybody has an asshole and shits, and somebody goes, well, actually, just ban it. They're just gone. Just gone. Plain English, plain speaking, and agreed upon facts are not debatable here. Okay? Fuck. Literal ape trainer. I'm an unpaid ape trainer for a living. I train apes.
B, could you stop sitting right under Dad so he stops?
Dinor, you are not an ashtray, bud. It's like, I don't mind it, though. I do. I do, you little Mr. Man. Yeah, if it's not a complete sentence, you're just going to disappear immediately upon typing. If it's not a complete sentence or a brief reaction to something that I said or did, you're banned. You can say, "Oh, sweet boy, that's good." Because I just pet my dog, talk to my dog. You can say, "Yeah, Paul," or put a laughing emoji. That's cool. But if you're just like, you get kicked out of the ape pen. You get kicked out of the reverse zoo. Chat's silent now. They should be. A lot of these people are drive-by skibbity. They've never had an adult talk to them or ask them to conduct themselves as such, ever. They live in the land of fucking make-believe and fantasy, where Andrew Tate is a dude worth listening to, where Skibbity Toilet is entertaining, where you speak in memes, where there's no punctuation, capitalization, or complete sentences. There's no contractions. There's no modicum of spelling, even though they're on a device that self-corrects spelling and grammar. They just would rather look retarded, I guess. You know what I mean? What is N-word tower? You said that. I guarantee you'll probably see one. Hang around long enough, you'll see an attempted N-word tower. They happen all the time. Ghost of Tsushima is great. I mean, I think it's a little bit drawn out, and it's a little bit tedious at this point that I'm playing it. I still have a lot to go, but that's my own doing. I'm a completionist when it comes to games like that. The real star of the show with Ghost of Tsushima is the combat. The like samurai sword play, stance switching stuff is hella deep. It's fun. You feel like a total badass when you get it right. I mean, it's like really like sweet spot gaming for me, but I feel like some of the storyline is dragging out. There's some of the stuff that you have to do to get everything collected that is hard to do. So, maybe not hard to do, but annoying to do. I think you getting angry increases your views, or maybe it's you talking to us as if we were babies. Bro, I think a lot of people need to be, like I said earlier, dude, when you're talking to a dude who's 30-something, right? Walking up to a group of people having a conversation about something, and he wants to talk about SpongeBob with you, you got to go back to fucking 3rd grade if you want to help that person. You really do. You can't just say, hey, dude, that's socially weird. Don't do that. Because they might go like, oh, I'm sorry. But they didn't get why it was socially weird. In fact, they probably just think, wow, what an asshole that guy was. Right? But if you talk to them like they're children and then you walk them through it like bullet point by bullet point like you do with a child when you're teaching a concept, I swear to God, some of these motherfuckers wake up like, as if from a dream. They're like, it's like that you never think about what you're perceived as when you type like a dribbling retard. And I'm just like an old dude on the internet that's willing to tell you what you're perceived as in public when you conduct yourself like a dribbling anime, Pokemon, Spang Bab, Wear my fetish on my sleeve, collar wearing retard. A lot of content creators, like I've said in the past, want to butter up your balls. I don't care. I don't make money from this one. You can fucking do whatever you want here. I'm not here to fleece your fucking wallet. I'm here to tell you what I think. Go get your balls buttered by another streamer that cares if you hang around or not, because I don't give a fuck. Blame the parents? Oh, I do. Trust me, I get on these rants all the time, and the parents really are to blame. If you've got a 30-year-old man that's still invested in Pokemon like it's relevant and can't have a 5-minute conversation with you without referencing Pokemon and SpongeBob, you've got a failure launch, which means failed parenting. It means you have parents that allowed that child to be raised by Skibbity Toilet on their tablet, never engaged that child, never made sure that child went outside and touched grass, and now you got a 30-year-old man whose only literary reference in the world is Harry Potter. That's how it happens, guys. And I, not a genius, but a dude that's read hundreds and hundreds of books, taken tons and tons of higher level college courses, I'm supposed to sit here and have a conversation with somebody who can't escape the universe of SpongeBob SquarePants and a pineapple under the sea. Where's my entry point with that? Well, my argument is if I want to have a conversation with a person who's 30 plus and still references SpongeBob every time they open their mouth and doesn't understand social graces, I've got to go back to where they're at. Where is SpongeBob? 7 years old. About how old are you, or what grade are you in at 7? 3rd, 4th grade. That's about where I got to go to if I want to try and bring you up to speed, right? And you don't know that. See? Dice a lip. Whoa, you look like Kato Dad. In the middle of being told that you look like a retard, that you can't follow conversation. Banned, right? It's like an object lesson that keeps unfolding in front of you. This is what happens when an adult doesn't crack a book. This is what happens when an adult is allowed to stay past their teens in a race car bed with anime scrolls on the wall, watching a Rutsuka Doji 17 Dokkan Battle Dragon Master, and rewatching SpongeBob SquarePants for the 90th fucking time. And when they do pop up in a public space like a stream, they go, duh, SpongeBob? And you're looking at a 30-year-old man wearing a tucked-in shirt with his pants pulled up to here, with his titties hanging down. He's got a shirt on with Rick and Morty on it. He's bald. He's sweating. And he goes, do you like SpongeBob? And you're like, at work is crazy. What do you think I do for work? For 13 years, I've made every dollar on the internet doing streaming. 13 years. There are like maybe, once again, 10 people on the planet that can claim that. What do you call work? I own a business. I operate a business. I've got a business meeting today that I'm going to at 2 p.m. What do you call work? Oh, ban him then. Oh yeah, don't be see what I mean? This is why you don't at other people. Does that type of person even exist? Why don't you do me a favor? You want to see them? Hang out for about 5 minutes and watch the chat. Hang out for about 5 minutes and watch the chat. We're talking about infantilization amongst adults. We're talking about failure to launch amongst adults and the social problems that are inherent. I want you to read these questions. Have you read The Hero with 1,000 Faces? Banned. Trump's diaper is one of the wettest from the standpoint of water. Banned. Hello, Paul. How's your day going? Okay, you can stay. Maybe you just got here. You see what I mean? 2 bans already. You look like the most American Viking ever. Banned. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's give Beenden. Banned. You see what I mean? Do these people exist? Here they are. Do these people exist? Here they are. Watch my mods deal with them. Are you starting to get the lesson now? These are SpongeBob brains. These are Disney adults. These are failure to launch adults. You're scared to comment? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. You communicate like an adult. Are you familiar with UK politicians' politics? Yes or no question. Banned. I spend all day sometimes curating this chat, and this is how bad it is. Trump over Biden. Banned. You see? Can't be on topic. Where are you from? Banned. Can't be on topic. Can't step into a group of adults having a topic and have nothing to fucking add. Please ban him. Don't ban him. Make his ass stay. No, unban him. Please don't ban me. This is my first message here. I won't, but your next message here better be on topic and relevant or you will be banned. There's no 24-hour bans here. It's permas. Permas only, no timeouts, one chance. What is the current topic? Thanks for asking. We're talking about the infantilization of adults. We're talking about failure to launch. We're talking about grown men that watch SpongeBob and can't reference anything other than their childhood cartoons and anime. Favorite yogurt? Banned. Let me use your deodorant? Banned. RFK all the way? Banned. You see what I mean? Do these people exist? Love the shirt? Banned. This dialogue tree is basically what dating is like under 30 years old. Yeah, I know. Failure to launch is too real. Yeah, I know. I've worked with people like this. I have too. Is the proof not in the pudding? Yep. Talking about Disney Channel shit. What's that fucking anime game that everybody plays where you run around as a little lolicon, but like there's like 90 little lolicons you can play, and everybody's all the kids, and by kids I mean 30-year-old men are obsessed with it. What is that game? It's like a little action third-person game, and you run around and do Genshin. Yeah, Genshin. Playing Genshin Impact, listening to Vaporwave, and asking yes or no questions in my chat at 30. And you want to tell me it's not a widespread and constant problem? Look at the bans. Watch them. These are people that can't follow the conversation, can't listen for 2 minutes to get in on the conversation. You feel me? What's wrong with Vaporwave? Nothing. I'm just trying to describe what a person trying to have a conversation with me is also doing, asking throwaway, drive-by, run-on sentence questions. And a lot of them are in their late 20s, 30s. Failure to launch. Living at home with mama. Being subsidized by mama. Sleeping in your race car bed at 30. Running around the internet referencing SpongeBob SquarePants at 30 years old. The shame of it. The humiliation of it. And nobody knows. Nobody ever points it out to them, so they think it's normal. Oh, didn't? Just drive-by comments. Skibbity shit, even though they know I'm watching this chat. They're fine with burning it, because they're going to scroll up and do another Pokemon reference. What, Jesus? Gone. See? Failure. 100% failure to ever launch. Race car bed. Model airplanes hanging from fishing line on the ceiling. 30 years old. Catching mom aggro because you're yelling at your World of Warcraft raid too loud at 2 a.m. For real. I'm so judgmental. I'm just being real with you. Just being real with you, dog. I'm just describing what's going on that you think I should respect. Yep. Glow-in-the-dark fluorescent stars glued to the ceiling. Rainbow painted on the wall from when they were a toddler that they never got rid of. Xbox 360 plugged into a 12-inch CRT because the mom won't buy you a new TV or a new console. Got a shit-tier, low-end smartphone on mom's plan. She wouldn't buy you one because she told you you'd have to earn the money yourself, so you got whatever the free one was, that $20 cell phone, right? Sitting there skibbity scrolling, driving by, trying to talk to adults and be taken seriously, making Pokemon memes and stuff. People like this not feel ashamed? No, because their parents never taught them the capacity to feel shamed. Their parents never told them that at about 18 years old, you need to put aside childish things, son. Here's a book, son. Here's a class you can take, son. Hey, son, we're going to get involved in a social thing because I've noticed you can't look people in the eyes, son. Hey, son, you're going to stop watching that Pokemon and you're going to come out and we're going to go fishing, son. They never had a parent to do it. So they don't have shame. They don't have the capacity for shame. They think what they're doing is normal human behavior. They think that a 30-year-old man sits in his sweaty fucking chair playing World of Warcraft and screaming at his raid group and having his mom ask him to please be quiet because she's got to be up for work in 3 hours, begging for pizza money before mom goes to work every day. There are people that think that that's what it is. Go online, people are talking about a fucking adult topic, SpongeBob. Hey, Paul, do you like SpongeBob? They don't even know. They think that that's how conversation is because when they sit down with mom and dad at the dinner table, hello, Stanley, how was your day today? Well, SpongeBob SquarePants was very funny today. SpongeBob SquarePants was very funny today. Patrick had a very sad moment, but then SpongeBob taught Patrick that you can have fun even when you're being sad. Oh, that's good, little Alex. That's good. Anybody else have something happened? Yeah, Dad. I received information today that I'm going to be graduating magna cum laude. Oh my God. Oh, Jason, that is fantastic, son. That is fantastic. Wow. Did you guys hear that, Jason? Magna cum laude. The hard work paid off, son. You know, another time that the hard work paid off was when Ash played the pokey flute and woke up the Snorlax. That's right, Alex. That would be perseverance, but that is a cartoon. I know, Dad. I know, Dad. God, I'm not 10. Bro, that paragraph just got you banned, homeboy. And I think everybody in here knows which paragraph I'm talking about. You think you're going to pull the fucking Uno reverse card of me calling out childishness? You're the one being childish. Sounds just like a race car bed dweller. Banned, bitch. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. See what I mean? Too dumb to compete. Too butthurt to believe. Too stupid to speak. Too behind to participate. No job, no prospects. V-cards stinking in their pocket. Mothballs, dust, folded up, looking all old and yellowed. Can't fucking give it away for free to anybody because they never leave their house. Pokemon reference. Fucking Skibbity Toilet. Fucking SpongeBob. Fucking Disney Channel reference. I'm the childish one, though. I'm the one showing a childish superiority complex by pointing out this growing trend amongst adults. Nice one. Bye, Sierra. Bye. Got 2 words into that screed and saw that it was a ban. You know what that V card looks like, too? It's not a fresh V card. It's all folded up. It's been in the wallet. The plastic is starting to peel. It's all yellow from age. The picture on it is like from 20 years ago when they turned 18. You know what that V card looks like, too. That ain't a fresh V card. That's a V card that's been waiting in that wallet to be given away for fucking like 20 years, bro. But for some reason, nobody wants to take it on World of Warcraft. Who would have thunk? It's all moldy. You can barely read the name on it because it's just got so many folds and shit. What's a V card? That thing that you hold. Is there a volume control on the shirt? Yeah, I'll tell you how to do it. You put your finger on your phone screen and you swipe up. That'll turn the volume all the way down. What a dumbass. What an idiot. What an idiot. Son, I told you last week that today is Family Picture Day.
But Mom, today's the day that I'm getting married to Sophia in game.
What are you saying, son? You're getting married in a video game?
Yes, Mom, but it's real. Sophia and I are meeting at 3 o'clock in Stormwind City, and my friend Alex will be doing the officiating. I cannot do picture day today, Mom. This is the most important day of my life.
Okay, Alex. What time will the wedding be over?
I don't know, Mom. We might go raid Wagneros afterwards.
Okay, Alex. I'll call the picture place and I'll push it back to tomorrow. Are you getting married in a video game tomorrow?
No, Mom. I will already be married tomorrow.
Okay, Alex. By the way, the job center called. They said that a 35-year-old man with no work history might be hard to employ, but they said they might have a job for...
I don't want to talk about it, Mom. Like I told you, I'm getting married today. Please, close the door.
Okay, Alex. Bye-bye. There is no need to be mad. It's just the internet. It's just the internet. There is no need to be mad. It's just the internet, okay? Where's the object lesson guy that wanted to know if people like this actually existed? Have the 50 or so bans that have happened in the last 15 minutes made you believe? Or are you still observing? I'm just wondering. Skibbity bop bop bop, yes, yes. Skibbity bop beep beep. It depends, man. I think it's a case by case basis. I think what some people need to get out of skibbity mode is to just fuck with the wrong one in public. See, what happens is eventually the parents end up like screwing their child over permanently, right? And what happens is it's not long before that child, and when I say child, I mean 35-year-old SpongeBob kid, has to go out in public for something. As much as you want to sit in your ball sweat in a dungeon, you're going to have to go in public for something. And here's where I think the correction happens for a lot of the skibbities, because they go into public and they bring the same energy that they have online because they don't know better, and somebody slaps their mouth or grabs them by their shirt and throws them out the front of a business and into the street. And then they learn, like, whoa, you mean when I'm stupid, people react to it in public? And that happens maybe 1 or 2 times to a person, and they start learning how adults conduct themselves. So that's one way you can fix it. Another way is for that person to be confronted in the way that I'm doing it now by a person they respect. Now, I can't make that respect happen, but if dad comes to you and gives you this talk, son, it was my fault. I let you watch a fucking tablet instead of raising you, but you are 30 years old. You smell like a fucking gym sock. You play video games all day. You claim to be married to a woman named Sophia that's probably a 45-year-old man that's catfishing you. You don't have a job. You've never kissed a girl or a boy or anybody, never even held hands, and you're getting kicked out of this house now. So you've got 3 months to figure out where you're going to live and what you're going to do for money. And that's plenty of fucking time to get you a job and an apartment. If you're not done by the end of that, by the end of the 3 months, you're going to find out how to avail yourself of homeless shelters, because I'm not subsidizing your fucking existence anymore. Go hit the gimme. Get raped. Get him out. Go hit the gimme, dude. Drive by that he made a misspelling on a common 3-letter word. So drive by. So skibbity brained, bro. Wanted to make a fat joke and told me to hit the gimme, bro. Couldn't even proofread before he hit fucking go because he's so skibbity. See what I mean? It's like a living object lesson unfolding before your eyes over and over again. And people want to act like this isn't a problem. People want to call me a boomer. I'm calling bullshit. This is a society-destroying problem. Captain Treebeard is gone. You see what it is? Poof. Poof. They just disappear as soon as they appear. Skibbity, dibbity, SpongeBob, SpongeBob, Pokemon, Pokemon, do you like? Hello, Kato, hello, Kato, hello, Kato. Dumb, 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 dumb. Drive by, misspelling, misspelling. It never ends. It's like a tidal wave. And you're going to tell me that's not a problem. These are adults. 90% of the people catching bans right now are grown. I want you to think about that. 90% of the people catching bans for being too dumb to talk, adults, grown. You're gay? Yeah. Don't know the difference between your and your. Don't know the difference between there, like over there, like their dog, or there, like their point. Over there. Hey, Paul, do you think that people should wash their hands? Skibbity, 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 skibbity. Duh, duh, my parents failed me. Duh, duh, I think I'm an adult. Duh, duh, I don't know how to talk to you, so I talk about pokey flutes. I'm a virgin. And I'm 35, and I claim it's because girls don't like guys anymore. And I play World of Warcraft all day, and my mom tells me I gotta be quiet.
I'm a dumb motherfucker and I'm 30 years old and I don't have anything to say.
Look at them. There's got to be 100 of them. This chat, this stream alone, 100 of these motherfuckers have popped their heads up and get swatted like a fly before I even read their shit.
Duh, duh, duh.
Not a problem though. There's so many of them. Would it not be becoming the new normal? No, it's definitely the new normal. Kind of like a reversion to pre-industrial setting when no one left their villages. Oh yeah. No, I think that's kind of dead on.
Kato band, 99-year-old Kato
Band, Skibbity Riz.
Can I get a shout out? Band, you're so cute. Band, can I get a snap?
Band.
Conor McGregor.
Band. Look at it. It just never stops. Band, 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 band. All adults. All too stupid to carry on a 5-second conversation with another adult.
Who did that, Kato?
Band. Caps lock is not cruise control for cool. Band. Monkey emoji apropos of nothing. Band. All caps and emoji spam. Band. Too stupid, incomplete sentence, can't read it, didn't use your fucking spell checker. Band. A band, skibbity scroll.
What the punctuation? What is the dude even talking about, Lamoa? What punctuation? I don't have problem pooping. I'm not punctuated. What a dumb guy. But he does look like Queso, Lamau. No real for cap on God, on squad.
30-year-old man. What the fuck?
Kato. What is a Kato? At some other person in the chat. That's not true. What is Kato? Pokemon go to the polls. Daddy milk. Rizzler.
Band. Each one representing a grown adult. Band. It never stops. But it's not a problem.
Just the kids. It's okay.
Poor guy or gal got banned for calling Paul cute. Cute equals good, or so I thought. I want to walk you through a scenario, Harold Plum. Can you follow me? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know what that attention span is like. I'm standing in a group of people at the bus stop. We're having a conversation about local politics. A lady walks up, listens for about 1 second, and in the middle of a sentence says,
"Hey, you're cute."
do you feel like that is a normal human interaction that just happened?
Kato band.
See what I mean? They never stop. And the numbers don't go down either. It's been fluctuating between 180 and 200 this whole time. So it's like they're being banned like 1 a second, and it's not even affecting the numbers. Because as soon as it's like a Hydra head. You ban one and 6 more skibbities riz their way in. You might be flattered if a retard you didn't know walked up to you on the street, interrupted an adult conversation you were having to say some stupid drivel. You'd think that was kind of sweet. All right, buddy. Are we having an argument now? Are we arguing what socialization is and what social norms are? Pokemon Go Lloyd goes bye-bye, bro. He's making commentary on the dumbass and acting like it was a ponage. He's gone. See ya. And he's gone. See what I mean? Bloop, bloop, bloop. This man has made it harder to try not to get banned for stupid reasons in chat than to... What? Bye. No spell check, run-on sentence, no predicate. Too dumb to be in here. Bye. Pretty easy. If you're 30, type like you're 30, act like you're 30, and respect the vibe like you're 30. That's all it is. It's an 18-plus stream. It's for adults. You will act like an adult, or you're going to get banned for your first comment. If you wouldn't walk up to me on the street and say it, don't bring that energy in here. That's it. That's the one rule. And it's been non-stop bans for 30 minutes. Everybody in here is literally on a device that automatically corrects spelling errors and grammatical errors. Everyone. There's no excuse for the wrong there. There's no excuse for the wrong fucking word or to misspell a word ever. There's no excuse for no punctuation. It literally takes less than 1 second to allow your phone to correct your dumbassery. But people can't even do that. The standards of communication have fallen so low that people think that conversation is drive-by skibbity shit in the middle of one. You see people talking, you scroll up, skibbity? Like, what? You would not bring that energy into public. If you did, it would be corrected the first day you did, and you know it. Huh? Are you retarded? What is it? Huh? Are you retarded, sir? Don't ban him. Huh? You got the Eye of Sauron on you, unfinished project. What don't you understand? You've got 45 seconds. 45 seconds to make a cogent comment about why you just typed huh in my chat. If you don't, you're banned. You got my attention. You got my attention. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. You're banned. Out here having fun. If you think that's what I'm against, you're banned. Santa Claus started vaping. Drive-by skibbity is banned. Man, this has been a cleaner, dude. Last 5 of these streams have really been a cleaner. Not banning everyone. Just banning people that can't communicate like the adults that they should be. Just cleaning up the community chat a little bit. You can see it's an ongoing fucking thing, and it will be every stream. But we are talking about the overarching problem of failure to launch and infantilization amongst adults, particularly this latest couple of generations. That's been the topic for about an hour. The object lesson has been watching people prove the point over and over. Probably over 100 bans since we started talking about this. From people who can't do the bare minimum of speaking and communicating like an adult. The art of conversation is dead. It's been moved onto the internet where it was slaughtered like a pig. And you've just happened to skibbity scroll your way into a place that has a minimum standard that you're not a retard to speak. And as you can see, people don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to deal with it. They've never once in their lives been held to a standard of behavior by their folks. And so they rebel against it. Right? Come back. Alts, 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 alts. This is what's going on in their life. A lot of these people, that's true, Kyle. And that's sad. For a lot of these people that are drive-bying and trying to argue in here, I am literally the first person in their life that has told the truth about them to their face. Their parents don't want to hurt their feelings. Their teachers are trying to encourage them. And people online think they're something they're not. There might be 50 people in here that got mad today listening to this rant. That's the first time somebody's told them the truth about how they're perceived by other people in their lives. Of course it shows I'm triggering them. What do you think triggered, like, exactly, dude? What do you think triggered is? Coming back on 90 alts to spam? Ultimate triggered. Bro, just give me your free time. Just hand me a fistful of your free time. If ever there was an object lesson definition of triggered, that's it. And it just keeps coming. I appreciate your commentary on my beard being nice, but that's not what we're talking about right now. You wouldn't walk up to a group of people in the middle of a conversation, stop a dude in the middle of a sentence, say, sorry, excuse me, sorry, I just need to be the center of this right now. Your beard is luxurious. That energy does not exist in you outside of the internet. Don't bring it fucking up in here. If there's an open floor, if the topic isn't moving anywhere, then talk about my beard. Maybe I'll talk about it with you. We're in the middle of a fucking conversation? Excuse me, pardon me, everyone. Calm down. Sorry, sidebar. Your beard is luxurious. Get out. This is social unawareness on a fucking epidemic scale. What do you mean, how was my day? It's 10:30. It's barely started. Is your day wrapping up now? Maybe it is. Maybe you're across the world somewhere. I don't know. People are now confusing outright antisocial behavior with individualism and self-expression. Oh, I know. And when you call them out, you're the bad guy. Exactly. What is even the purpose of this live? To ban morons. And watch the view count go up while I do it. Have you ever had to slap lips out and about with any skibbity activities? Would love to hear any stories. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it skibbity. I did have to slap a guy's face one time. He did that thing. Have you ever had a dude, like, try and get brolic with you, and he's shorter than you, and he walks up and he tries to chest bump with you? I had a dude at a bar do that one time, and it was almost like I don't know what it was. It was like instinct or something. He was talking shit, and I was like, whatever, little guy. And he went, little guy, boom, and he bumped my chest with his chest, and I went, it was just like a reaction. And he was like, oh! I was like, you fucking touch me, bitch. Hey, fuck you, man, fuck you. You know what I mean? Look. When was that? I was in my 20s. So when I went to the shitty little bar in Madeira every once in a while, my friends would drag me to it. Some brolic fucking dude after work, about a head shorter than me, tried to chest bump me, and he got his fucking little face slapped. You ever kissed a guy? Several, yeah. Where did this happen? Madera, California, in a bar called Positively French Street. It's called something else now. It's changed. Okay, I'm out. Not an airport, bitch. Get banned. Don't gotta announce your arrivals or your departures. This is not an airport. On your way out the door, you got banned because nobody cares that you're leaving. Nobody cares that you came. Isn't that crazy? Of course, you don't know that. Like, I'm not a Billy Badass, but if somebody takes it physical, even with the finger, like, you know how guys will like to test whether you've got that boundary by, like, putting their hand here and pushing your shoulder a little bit? You do that, my hands are all over you. We're going to the ground. I'll sit there and yell in your face and argue with you till the cows come home. But your right to be a salty little man ends where my body begins. You touch me, we're going to the ground, little man. Better hope you're MMA trained. See, the thing about being a big guy, though, is 9 times out of 10, people don't want the smoke. So they know better. They know that they're trying to climb mountain probable by starting shit with you. So usually they'll just say something out of the side of their mouth and walk by you, talk some big shit as they're walking away. That's my favorite one. Dude, you know how many times I've been in an argument with somebody in a social situation, at a bar, at a club or something. Dude starts walking away while he's going, man, fuck you, bitch. That's the way it is. That's what's up. He's like fucking turning around, walking out, and I'm like, what's up? Dude's about knee high to a grasshopper, 3 apples high, chest all puffed out, shoulders all high. That's what's up, bitch. But he's walking away. I could probably tell you about 10 of those that have happened to me and my friends in my life. It's just, what about a fist fight? Most people ain't about a fist fight, man. You know that? Like, I've been in them. I'm not a Billy Badass. I'm probably not a great fighter. But I'm a big dude, and I've been in them. Most people ain't about that, man. There's a reason why people that are about that are called 1%ers. Because about 1% of the population is going to be about getting down with a guy my size, right? They're gonna start some shit in public, and they're gonna be willing to escalate it with a dude my size, despite me being fat and doughy, right? I'm just a big fucking guy. So it's about 1% of people, they're gonna back that mouth. That makes it a real easy gamble when somebody woofs in public to just say, come do it, bitch. Oh, I'll fuck you up. Here I am, come show me. And then it becomes a game. Are they gonna test me? Are they going to test the waters by belly bumping me or pushing me? Because if your hand comes out and touches me, you better be ready for the right cross. Because I'm trying to knock your jaw that way and your ass that way. You know how many people get by on woofing? That's something that, like, man, it really gets under my fucking skin. You know what I mean by woofing? You know how many people get by in society by, if anybody tries to fucking ask them to not do what they're doing, they woof? So if anybody tries to correct them or ask them to please not do something in public,
Woof, 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 woof. What's up? What you gonna say? Shut your mouth, bitch.
right? Those types of guys are used to people going, whoa, buddy, whoa. I'm not that guy, though. You woof at me, I'm gonna woof right back, and I'm gonna ask you to be about it. Don't let your mouth talk. Nine times out of 10, probably way more.
Whatever, bitch. You ain't about nothing. You ain't gonna say nothing. Bye.
Okay. More than 9 times out of 10, let's be real. The people that are really about it don't threaten. They just haul off and hit your ass. The people that really are about kicking ass aren't going to be like, dude, I'll beat you up. They wait for you to run your mouth and they reach their limit and then they just fucking jaw jack you and it's done. Right? I ain't scared of not a single motherfucker that'll tell me to my face they're about to do something to me. Come do it. Come get it. I haven't had to do it a bunch of times in my life, but I have had to check it. I've had to slap a face a couple of times. I've gotten in a fist fight over a belly bump a couple of times. I've watched my friend getting shoved around and just gotten tired of watching it and jumped in and started a fist fight a couple of times. I've lost. I've got my ass fucking beat up. I've won too. I'm never that guy. I never carry it to that. I have never once in my adult life told a grown man over a verbal disagreement that I will beat his ass. Not once. I don't pull that card because I'm not a fighting guy. But if you pull it on me, I'm not backing down. I want to see it. Oh, you will beat my ass. When will you? I'm right here. We're 6 feet apart. What you gonna do about it, bud? Oh, come put my... And then, dude, I love when they switch it on you too. They threaten you. They go, I'm going to beat your ass. You go, come do it. And they go, come put your hand on me then. That's not the way it works, dummy. They switch it like it was you that threatened. No, no, no. You come over here and so much as put a fucking micron of your finger on me and I'm going to knock you over. And you're going to sit down and you're not going to get up. Whatever, bitch. You ain't going to do nothing. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Come test it. I ain't going to do nothing. I ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to touch me. Yeah, I'm not the one that threatened to beat your ass. You threatened to beat my ass. Remember? Whatever, bitch. Walking away, backing down, gone, over. Not a single punch thrown. That's the way it rolls 99.9% of the time in public, in my experience. Eat fast food often? No. I beat you. Cope. Big cope. Big bad cope. Yep, touch me first, then you catch the case and the missing tooth. If your mouth is about it, come do it to me, bud. I'm ready. Put your hand on me, and I'm going to defend myself. You get the dental bill and the humiliation and the smoke. What are you about? You are right, blood. I know. I'm trying to be, dude. And look, dude, I know a lot of people will listen to me when I talk to people like this or talk about this topic and go like, dude, you ain't no fighter. I ain't trying to be. I'm just a big dude that doesn't let your fucking woofing mouth back him down. That's all. If you can kick my ass and you feel the need to tell me that in public to try and win an argument with me, I want to see it. I want to see it or walk on. That's it. I've had my ass beat before. Some guys say they're going to do it and they can do it. Come do it. I want to see if you're that guy. That's it. I like you. I like you. You gonna get shot. What the fuck you trying to fight, Lamau? I'm not gonna get shot. You think I'm caught lacking? Let me tell you a little something about me, William Brown. I don't talk about the weapons I may or may not have, but it would behoove everybody when they see me in public to assume I have it on me. You think I'm gonna get caught lacking in public, bro? You don't know me. I'm not gonna be the first one to yank it, but you wanna go to gunplay, I'm probably a guy that can accommodate that. At any rate, it'd be best for you to assume I'm accommodating that. So when your mouth runs, you might want to keep it on fists or just not run your mouth at all. Yeah, this is America. This ain't fucking Europe. This ain't France. This is America. There are 3 guns for every human being in this country. You better assume I got it on me. And you better fucking assume I'm ready to get down, because I'm a motherfucker that had a gun to his head one time in his life. I was 16 years old. And it's the last time somebody will have unanswered gunplay with me. One time in my life, I got caught lacking. Never again. Happens if you get beat up and get your gun taken, then that happens, bro. What do you mean, what happens? What do you mean, what happens? You better be quick, though. You better be quick. You better have a bunch of goons, and you better catch me off guard, because if I can get that thing out of the holster, it's gonna baka. You win, you beat me up and take it, it's yours. Come get it, though. Don't say it with your mouth. Be about it. I'm not a gangster, but I stand on business. No need to be quick against you. Want to test it? You wouldn't bring that energy in public, buddy. Guaranteed. You think what do you think you are? Some cowboy? We're about to have a showdown, motherfucker? I'm talking about pulling out the blicky and putting a fucking hole in your head if you move on me. I'm not talking about a fucking oh. It's not the quick and the dead, bitch. Your mouth wants to write a check. Your ass better be able to cash it with me, because I'm not the one. Not caught lacking. Not afraid to put my fucking hands on you. You put your hands on me. So come get it. Just because someone is big does not mean they are quick. I never said I was quick. I said I'll fuck you up if you put your hands on me. That's what I said. And if you want to test that theory and you see me walking around, come put a hand on me and see what happens to your hand and your ass. Trust me. You walk up brolic to me and put a hand on me, you're gonna regret it in about 2 seconds, bro. It's gonna be instant regret, maybe for the first time in your life. But come try it. You think I'm fucking lying? Come try it. Or shut up. Quit trying to be brolic in here, bro. I don't need to be quick to beat a fucking shitbird's ass. I just need to be me. You're gonna need to be the quick one, because the only way you're getting out of it unscathed is if you run away. You wanna do this, backing off and acting like you're fighting? I'll let you fucking walk around me all day. You come within punching range, you're going down. If I get my hands on you, you are double plus fucked unless you're a wrestler. Because I am a trained wrestler. If I get my hands on you, you're going to the ground and one of us is standing up. And it ain't gonna be you. So you better be quick. You better sucker punch. Because unless you're like 1% of the world that trains MMA or some shit, you about to get whooped on. You're a trained wrestler? Yeah, training long time ago, but I know how to wrestle. I know how to move my leverage. I know how to hip toss somebody. I know how to get somebody off their feet and onto the ground and pinned. I wrestled in high school for 2 years. And in middle school, both years. So 4 years. Never was the best wrestler, but I learned. I learned to get your dumb ass off your feet. And I learned how to protect myself from getting pulled off my feet. Well, I'm way stronger than people think I am. I don't know about a mean fireman carry. If you're a big motherfucker, a fireman carry is pretty rough. But if you're an average sized person, I'll throw you over my shoulder like a sack of fucking potatoes and carry you around. I'm a big dude. Not just wide.
He's a good boy. He's the best boy. He's my best friend. My little fuzzy friend to the end. His name is Dinor, and he is cute and handsome, and he would like to say hello to the chat. He likes chest rubs, he likes chin scritches, he likes ear scritches, and he likes head pats. He also likes a booty spank. See?
The best boy in the world. The best fluffy little boy in the world. Yeah, man, I don't know. When I get in better shape, I'd be more like amenable to the idea of just like a friendly fucking wrestling match. I think now, I might fucking hurt myself getting too into it. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't think I'm quite at the fitness level to do it because I want to. But I'll take you up on that. I lose another 40 pounds or so. You support LGBTQ+? I am LGBTQ+. I'm the B, and yes, I'm a supporter. The Fresno Fencing Club? Yeah, I don't know about that, player. Currently in the process of losing a lot of weight, down 16 pounds already. Congrats. Congrats. I've lost over 30. And I've got about 40 to 50 left to go before I'm at my zone and my goal weight. So if I get down to like 280, I'm a happy camper if I stay there, but I think I'll probably settle somewhere around 250, and that's where I'll be. What's your favorite random odd thing to do? This. Honestly. Spending hours every day talking to randos? Pretty odd, right? But I really do enjoy it. I don't know what it is about it, but I do enjoy it. What's your strongest lift in the gym? I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I tried to push weight. Probably more than you'd think, but nothing special. What are your favorite hobbies? I play games, like I'm a video game guy from way back, and I collect watches. Those are my hobbies. Yeah. Yeah, that was my wrestling weight, was 250. Or lower. It might have been like 235, but in that zone. Do you own a nice pocket watch? I do not. Favorite watch? I don't know. Right now, I think my favorite watch to wear is my Stern Glass Hamburg Chrono. But that might change tomorrow, man. Like today, I really wanted to wear the Autodromo, so there it is. You know, I've got 5 watches. I love them all. I'm going to buy more as my life goes on, and I'm going to love those too. I don't know, man. You have a dog? Yeah, I do. His name is Dirty D from the Salty Sea. And he's here. He's here. What games do you play? What games don't I play? Right now I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm playing some Star Citizen. I started another, like a 4th playthrough of Cyberpunk a while back that I kind of ditched out on that I can go back to. I mean, I play everything. I play all the shit. I'm a PC guy. Favorite Fallout game? Probably Fallout 2. I'm an old school guy. I like the top-down isometric Fallouts better than the 3D ones. And 2, I think, is the pinnacle. Anyway, I think I gotta go. It's hot.